How are you doing? Yes, your favorite music. Should we make it louder? I think so. Here we go, yes. Finally. God damn it, that's been a long time. Good to have you guys. That's been 3 weeks. Oh yeah! I love this music. Cyberpunk soundtrack slaps. Hair grows, lol. Yes, it does, my friend. Good to see you guys. I am so happy to have you. Louder, I can't make it any more louder. Wait, I can. Perfect music for the evening, Pawelito. Absolutely. My dears, I'm really glad that we are back. That's been some time. So I was gone because I was visiting Scotland and visiting Sapphire. Then I was in GDC for a week in San Francisco. Then I was in Africa with Sapphire. And now we're back. So that's why it took so long. Actually, I've been to Africa. Actually, like a lot of people told me that, I am so tanned now. I actually am, like my feet are tanned the most, So that was the reason why I've been gone. Now, the thing is that it's been a year already since I started streaming, and it was a really awesome year, I have to say. It helped me a lot, to understand actually what you guys want as a community. It really made me actually understand way more for whom we really make those games, and I think it's important to know that. Thank you, Kogita, so much for gifting all the subs. Man, you're amazing. Jesus Christ. Thank you guys for all the subs. I'm totally not keeping up with the chat. Legan, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, Guantigam, Pinky Julian, of course, Pablo. Good to have you, Pablo, with us. Jesus Christ, there's so many of you. I'm so glad you guys are with us. Okay, my dear chums, what we are going to do, we are going to walk the memory lane today a bit. And we are going to look what has happened for a past year during the streams. Those will be things mostly related to the stream, but those will be things also related to the game. And then after, we are going to jump in and play the game a bit more. Today we have Judy's storyline to continue. That is going to be her quest, and I'll talk more about it a bit later. Good to see you guys, all of you on the chat. I'm so glad that all of you are here. Yeah, Grillowa la Kiełbasa, Roma, good to see you. G Apollo, of course, Kushix, Luciard, Nihas, Jesus, Glasolalia. So it's so funny, I recognize all of you. Connor 1337 wrote, "Hi, your coworker here." That's interesting, Connor. So tell me who you are, because I don't know who you are. If you're a member of a red team, let me know, and I'll give you the VIP status, so that you will be visible with a diamond icon on the chat, as all other reds are. So you can message me on Slack, I guess, and I'll take care of that. Connor, I had no idea that we are working together. We have actually plenty of reds, as always. Some of them are actually only lurking, so I won't be bringing them up, as they just prefer to stay low-key. But before we do that, but before we move on to the things that were from the from the stream and looking for the whole past year, I wanted to give a quick shout out for a few of the people that we know are here. And from Red, for now, I'm seeing 2 people. We have Small Sandayo, Kira. Kira's our amazing in-game photographer. You know Kira very well because Kira is from our community. Kira has joined the Red. I think over 2 months ago now, and there will be a moment when I will put a bit more spotlight on Kira. Aside of Kira, we have Ayano. Ayano's our amazing UI producer, and she's a moderator on the chat. I didn't see her say anything yet, but I see her that she's with us. Ayano's also streaming. She is streaming Destiny 2. If you want to check her out, she is in my recommended streamers in my About page on Twitch. Okay then, and outside of that, we have our 2 amazing moderators that I'm always mentioning. Sapphire, who's my girlfriend, and as all of you know, she is supporting me every week with these crazy streams that I'm doing, and of course Cogito, a member of our community. We are chatting with Cogito very often about what to do on the streams to keep it fun and engaging, and he's always advising me with lots of different things. Also regarding, regarding my personal development and so on. We are very often talking with Cogito about books and stuff. Right now, I'm actually going through the mind management book that Cogito has advised me to check out. Yes, that's Outsider No More, my chums. That's Outsider No More. Cogito wrote, "I'm a nerd." Well, I mean, you are a nerd, but you're also a very knowledgeable manager. And always, your advice is very valuable to me. What book, to be precise? It's called Mind Management. I forgot the author. I can look it up really quickly for you. And that is by David Kadavy. Mind Management by David Kadavy. Really good book, I have to say. I'm probably in the middle at this point. It really helps. It really helps me out. It basically speaks about your sort of responsibilities as a manager and managing your mind and structuring sort of your day in your life in a way that you are actually able to spend time on doing what you desire the most, what you like the most, what you want to do the most. Thank you so much, Celebi, for being with us on the chat. Celebi is also a streamer. She's streaming often Cyberpunk. Thank you so much for being with us. Okay, my dear chums, I think it's time to switch to some all good meme review, because why not? We have been doing some of the meme reviews in the past. That has been a part of our streams every week. So I wanted to show you guys something. So that is one of the very first memes that I think Cogito has shared on my Twitter with me. That was basically my dears somewhere, I think it was 22nd of April last year. So I really enjoyed that one. I think it really made my day. It really made my day. This meme. It was definitely an interesting time, to start that stream. But you know what? I love challenges, so that's why I'm doing that. And I hope to be doing this much longer. We'll see how it goes, but I really hope so. I really want to make it entertaining and interesting for you guys. No, those are not balls. Those are sacks of potatoes. We talked about it. It's a family-friendly stream. Machiavelli, you're asking questions. CDPR hiring third-person camera programmer for Cyberpunk. Can you say anything about it? are we going to get a third-person gameplay or cinematics? A lot of people rooting for this. I know, Machiavelli, you're different. You're rooting for it. You very often ask questions about third person. But as you can imagine, I can't say much about our future plans. And just for the context, like, camera programmers in all the AAA projects are extremely important. They deal mostly in code and everything on the back end that is connected to managing the camera for gameplay, you know, and all kinds of situations like this. Just as an example, you have probably played God of War, the last one, and it has this amazing one cut camera where you have no cuts when the camera is like flowing, you know, throughout the whole game. And I remember creators, particularly Cory Barlog, speaking about this past the release of the game, that they don't know if they will continue the same thing moving forward because it was extremely time consuming. So it's just a small, I would say, additional comment regarding this topic. But what I wanted to say is camera programmers, they handle mostly, you know, the movement and behavior of the camera on gameplay, but of course in the scenes as well. That's as much as I can say, Machiavelli, regarding this topic. There was also one other question just a moment ago, but unfortunately chat has ate it up. So there was someone who posted a really long question before, and I have unfortunately skipped over it. Glazerod, is it Chernobyl potatoes? It has hairs. I don't know. I mean, I'm not so much specialized in the matters regarding radiation, but those are definitely potatoes, my friend. Here you go. Moonwire Ducky. Okay, Moonwire Ducky, I'll check your comment and then we're moving on to another we are moving on to another meme. Sarah wrote, Pavel looks burnt. I am already not burnt. When I came back from Africa, I was like I was looking like a coal, you know? That's basically how I looked like. Okay, Moonwire Ducky writes, Hi Pavel, I bought the game at lunch on GOG to give you the most profits from it, and I finished it. Thank you so much for supporting us. Now I got my Steam Deck, and I rebought the game on Steam to make it easy on the Steam Deck and started replaying. Jesus, that's crazy. Thank you so much. And here is my request. Please consider in the future to allow repeat players to skip directly to Act 2. The heist to Act 2 is long and boring after first time. Great game otherwise. I can't wait to sink 100 more hours into it now on the Steam Deck. Thank you for the suggestion, Moonwire Ducky. Like, I mean, definitely, like, the suggestions from long-time players is something that we always look into. And you guys probably throughout last patches, I think it was 13 patches. So far, you can see that we've been listening, you know, to the community, what you guys wanted or not wanted in the game. Anyhow, thank you so much, Moonwire Ducky, for supporting us and buying the game. Yeah, there are questions. Why would you want to skip the storyline? Skip the story now? I mean, I can understand, you know, for someone who has played the game many times, it might be something interesting. So probably that's the context for this request. Okay, my dear chums. So I wanted to show you another meme. This time around, something that was posted. This time around, it's a video. It's a pretty cool one, and you will probably recognize this one. It was also some time ago. Let me actually mute this because we are switching now to this. So, my dears, I remember this. I think it was Magda who posted this. It's so cool. I love it. I have to say, it's so amazing. Like, every time I see it, I cool. It was such a cool, awesome moment. Okay, I think we had enough of this. I think we had enough of this. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you, Magda, for posting this. That was amazing. I absolutely love that thing. Anyway, I know that more people liked it, but yeah. Anyhow, my dears. Okay, so that was one of the memories. You know, I think it was like fourth stream. You know, in a year. When I was doing when Magda made that. It was so funny. Sneaky Dude wrote, thanks for a year of awesome streams. Thank you so much, Sneaky. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the sub. Welcome back, Pavel. Hello, Night Tilt. Good to see you with us. I'm glad to be back. You know, it was vacation, business trips, and all that things, you know, that made it not possible, because every time I was gone on Sunday in some ways. But one thing that I wanted to tell you guys, like moving forward, was that we've been actually talking about this with Sapphire, you know, and with Cogito, that, you know, when moving forward, I should maybe try to stream, you know, also like during the weeks, sometimes, not only on Sundays, just with maybe slightly different format, just so that we can see each other in moments when we cannot on Sunday. So we'll see. I will, of course, you know, talk to you guys absolutely when that's going to happen. I'll definitely want to stream some of the events that are happening. Like, for instance, there is going to be Nintendo Direct, I think, soon as well, and all the events like this, anything that we will be doing as a company moving forward. I think that would be fun to actually restream it together with you. Giapolo wrote Safari Trip, and no, it was not Safari Trip. I was on one of the islands in Africa. It was very interesting. Brod Sumiot wrote, I played 355 hours on PC and loved every one of it. Can't wait to play it again on my next desktop PC. Man, thank you so much for playing the game and supporting us. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you liked it. It's like the best thing that I can imagine. Uranium Bullet. Is CDPR's intention to develop both Witcher and Cyberpunk franchises equally? Right, I know devs are excited for Witcher, but Cyberpunk needs just as much love and support as the potential it has as a franchise is still insanely high. Uranium Bullet, absolutely. Like, so we've been talking about it in the past that the goal is to work on 2 AAA projects simultaneously, and that's what we are working on to make happen. The problem with that approach is that you need to have 2 really skilled and developed teams that can work together. You know, and this is not that simple to do, but it just requires a bit of time, you know, for hiring and team building and so on. But that's absolutely the goal. And as you know, I am completely focused on Cyberpunk. That's the game, that's the IP that I'm working on. Yo, you came back, Digital Dodge. Digital Dodge, of course I came back. I didn't intend to go and disappear. It was just a business trips and a short vacation that I had, you know, stacked one after another, and some other trips that made it impossible for me to stream. Whooper wrote, crazy how a developer from CDPR is now my teacher. Thanks all for you being awesome. I'm glad, Whooper, that's the case, and thank you for being with us. Lazarus 2077. Hey, I wasn't chosen for the summer internship at CDPR, but I was wondering if it's happening next year too or something similar. Lazarus, so the thing is, like, we I don't know what the next year brings, right? Like sometimes it's difficult to say. We saw pandemic, then we saw the war in Ukraine. Sometimes it's really, really difficult to say what will happen next year. But our whole intention is to build a sustainable structure in the studio that we can do it. So like the internal intention is, yes, absolutely. But I cannot assure you that that is exactly what will happen. It may be that we won't be able to because of some reasons that I don't know of at this point today, right? However, from the intention point of view, yes, we want to make sure that this will be like a reoccurring element in our studio. Wojtas asked where I can submit artwork to be on a stream. Just tag you on Twitter, Pavel. Yeah, I mean, Wojtas, the best is if you just, if you always just put it under my tweet that I put before the stream, because it's easiest for me to see, because I'm getting tagged in so many messages like daily that seriously it's sometimes close to impossible to keep up, you know, and like sometimes sometimes even like messages from like people I'm following, and in theory I'm just getting like notified about it, and I see them. Sometimes I'm missing even those, you know, it just because it tends to be hectic, you know, my friends. So just like that's the best way to do it. Oh, Kazuliski's with us. Glad. Good to have you, Kazuliski. I'm glad you're with us. It's always awesome. Okay, I see the question from DJ Dr. Jenkin87. So my friend, I will read that and then we'll move on to the next fun thing. Hello from Australia, love Cyberpunk. Congrats to you and your team on your great work. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you a question. I hope it's general enough for you to answer. When you are designing new quests for the expansion, do you and the team try to think of ways to have the player move through areas of Night City that were underutilized, less visit in the base game? And does the environment team get to go in and redress those sets up a bit as a part of the process? My friend, I am worried that it's not general enough for me to answer this question. Like I can talk to you in general. And general process when you're approaching the expansion is you want to like build something new and substantive for the players, for players that are coming back to the game, but also for completely new players that will play your game now after the expansion's released. So we are always looking back in like older areas and so on, revisiting those. But in general, when you're building an expansion, you are usually looking into like, you know, new places and so on. So that's like the general approach you're taking. However, I think the approach we take is the one that, at least the one I take personally with my teams, is the one focused the most on like, you know, squeezing out the best quality of the game we can. And you know, sometimes maybe it might be visiting like some older areas and so on. So, but that's like, I would say, a general process. I'm not going to say anything more because I'm not going to spoil you anything from the expansion. Okay, my chums, another one. That's my famous gameplay in a nutshell. That was basically when we've been at the very beginning when I started playing. That was basically the way how I handled everything. And my special guests, you know, Miles, Philip, and others, you know, have been always just watching. I think it was at the beginnings it was always Miles or Philip who were like, "Holy shit, what this guy is doing!" It was. You know, I mean, my grenade gameplay was very useful. But guys, look at the path I went. I started playing on normal, and I reached really hard already. Hey, so I managed to do that. Okay, another one. I think that was the one that Pablo made. Pablo, is that true? I think it was yours. I'm not really sure, but and that was really fun one. I believe it was Pablo. Oh, my friend made it. Okay, my friends made it. Okay, yeah, but I loved it. I think like Pablo made it. Pablo posted it. It was after like first few streams and so on, and when I realized like how many different faces I'm doing. Val Alvarez wrote, I'm Pavel 5. Oh, okay. I'm glad you guys think so. God damn it. Yeah. Well, Pavel is literally so expressive. I mean, it's just like, that's just the kind of normal way I am. I mean, usually. I think so. Permanent 6? Oh, Permanent 6. Camille Cesar wrote, I'm 5. I'm solid 4. Rocker girlfriend, you're solid 4 all the time. Okay, so now, my dears, something else I wanted to show you. So another one. Let me really quickly go there and prepare it for you. So there was throughout during the streams, we also had like various different situations when I was showing, different videos. Tarsal hot wrote definitely number 5. Okay, so different videos from different characters. So,
Emily Woo Zeller. Hi. Hey, Pavo. What's up? This is Emily Woo Zeller. Hi.
Hi,
I'm
Emily.
sending you this message on behalf of your Twitch stream audience.
Oh, cool.
Because they love what you're doing. They
really?
think you're hilarious.
Oh,
awesome,
hilarious, okay.
And they want you to keep it up.
Okay,
and
I will.
Super excited about you doing the Pan Am questline.
I already did.
Which I'm also excited about. So
yeah, it was
I
cool.
hope that you have a ton of fun with Pan Am and
we
make
did
all the right and wrong choices. If there
and we
is
did
any
some
right or
wrong choices, yeah.
But have a blast.
Yeah.
People are watching and they're loving it.
Oh,
so
thanks, Emily. That's so
have
nice.
fun. Take care. Hey, Pavo. What's up? This is Emily Woo Zeller. Hi. I'm sending you.
Anyway, my dears, I don't want it to be too cringy, but I absolutely loved this message from Emily. It was so cool, and it was so awesome. There is actually more that I have. Cybercaldos, I hear you were a surprise person in WrestleMania 38 who stunned Vice McMahon. Is it true? I mean, maybe when I'm like sleeping or something. Cringe is dead. Excellior wrote. Oh, thanks, Excellior. Thank you for your support. I'm trying not to be too cringy, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Eredin87, Eredin, interesting nickname, my friend. Hello, Pavel, I'm a big fan of your work. Oh god, I hope you're a fan of The Witcher and Cyberpunk, not my work. Any advice of an upcoming writer to make it in the game industry? My friend, I mean, I've been talking about it so much in past streams, and I think it would be best if you would rewatch all 45 streams that we had. I think 40 or 46, because I was talking about this like really a lot, Eredin, and it's really difficult to like sum it up for me or like right away in few sentences. But I think the simplest thing is you need to write, and you need to write different things, and you need to try to publish those things, so that when you apply to our studio, you have something to show. And those can be short stories, those can be books, those can be articles. It can be really anything that you're passionate about, that you like writing. Just keep doing this. It can be even self-published books, because we will want to see what good stuff you have made in your CV, in your portfolio, and also like what you can actually do, because in most cases you'll be asked to do a task. So that we can know what you actually can do. So that is, Eredin, I think the best advice I can give you, like really quickly. Okay, my dears, I think we are... Pavel, can we sometime get to see you designing a single quest? DJ Kazan. So I actually did that. We had a narrative console, I think twice. We designed a romance storyline between a Smasher and his lunchbox. If you didn't see it, you can check it out on YouTube. I do the timestamps, and I can definitely recommend you. That was basically that was basically a moment when I actually shown, how to design a quest. And if you guys think it was enjoyable, which episode? Oh god, I don't remember. DJ Kazan, I don't remember. 30 something. Like, if you go over the episodes, just if you go to them, I know what you can do. Go on YouTube and search for Narrative Council, because I use that, or you can go to my channel and just search for Narrative Council, because I use that name when doing the timestamps. Or the lunchbox, exactly, or the lunchbox, and then you will see. I hope it will help you out regarding like the quest design and so on. And why not? We'll do it once again in the future if you guys enjoyed it. Lunchbox Kappa, the best DLC. All right. The Hanako quest was a trip. Yes. Anyway, trials and tribulations of being a Twitch streamer. That was basically, I think, Kogito who posted this after I struggled with my lights. It was this time when my light hasn't been performing too well, and I was like, I would say, just overexposed, just a tad. I would say, just very, very slightly. And now, there was also the time. Oh, Kogito just posted it on YouTube. A link to YouTube. Thank you so much, Kogito. You're the best. So DJ Kazan, you have it on the chat from Kogito. So that was basically after our first freak segment. That was after our first freak segment, my dears. Everyone was so hyped. I remember this. Yeah. I remember this. Yeah, the music, the correct music. There's gonna be a parade. Mr. Pavel is so burnt to sun. Yeah, I am. Pavel gave himself a tan while streaming on Twitch. I got the tan while being in Africa, my friend. But yes, Twitch probably yes. Okay, but there's also another one. CDPR hires best voice actors. Didn't I skip something? Oh yes, I did. I did skip. Quest can be completed with unnecessary violence. You guys made such fucking amazing memes. Honestly, you guys made such an amazing memes. Shame. Violence is always the answer. Yes. Anyway, my dear chums, okay, so CDPR hires best voice actors, Keanu and me. I mean, Keanu definitely is in this category. I'm not sure about myself. God damn it! That stealth spell on the chat, my chums, with a diamond icon. So as you know, or maybe you don't, stealth spell is Despina, and Despina is our quest designer. And Despina is working on. She is helping still with Cyberpunk, but she is now working, I would say, primarily on the new Witcher for you. She's super talented, and I'm really glad that to have her in the team and to have her here on the chat. Thank you, Despina, for being with us. And of course, we have Chivok, our customer support engineer. Chivok, thank you for being here. That's another red. And Small Sandayu, so Kira, our in-game photographer, I of course mentioned already. You're so adorable there. Look at you. I mean, I'm. That was like 2014, I think. So that's been like 9 years or something. Yeah? No, 8. Yes. Celebes wrote Chivok handles on my crash reports. He's great. Yeah, I mean, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's always messaged me about like, he's always messaging me about like what is happening, and so on. What has to be done. Rocker girlfriend, thank you so much, Jesus, for all the subs. You're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. Code name Jojo wrote, oh, new Witcher. You heard it here first time, folks. I mean, well, New Witcher has been announced by... I mean, well, we wrote that we are, we said that we are working on a New Witcher saga. So you guys know that, right? And I'm not saying anything more. John Carnello asks, expansion in 2023, why, Pavel, why? I mean, my friend, because we need more time. I think that's the answer. You know, we want to make this, awesome for you. We want to make this awesome for you. And make sure that this expansion is fucking great, you know? That's the plan. So that's why, okay? Uranium Bullet, in your opinion, do you find Unreal easy to learn for newcomers? Absolutely. I always found learning game engines to be interesting but very intimidating. Hopefully Unreal opens the gate for more possibilities for future devs. And who knows, maybe some of us will work on the next Cyberpunk project potentially made with Unreal. Wink wink from Uranium Bullet. So I'm not commenting anything regarding next Cyberpunk project because I know nothing about this, my friend. But regarding Unreal in general, yes, I mean, this is probably one of easier engines to learn, also because of all the online resources that you have as a dev. Ink Butterfly wrote, thank you to Rocker Girlfriend for the gifted sub. Thank you so much for being with us. Ink Blood Butterfly. Release the expansion on August 23rd, 2023, please. Delamain wrote. Pablo asks, why only one expansion for Cyberpunk? Pablo, I'm sorry, this is a bait. I'm not answering this. My friend. I'm not commenting on this, okay? When we will speak about Pablo, yeah. Pablo, we will talk about it as soon as anything official is to be shared. At least I have tried. I mean, of course, Pablo, you know, I'm glad to have you here, my friend. You know, like, we can always count on you, right? We can always count on you to try. Askelet, thank you so much for the sub and for the Prime. What country you were born in? I mean, my friend, in Poland, in Polish mountains, to be exact, in a small village. White Bomber Toxic. Okay. Okay, Sasko Matrix question dodge mode. I mean, isn't that like a default? For me? Protein asks, will get more quest quality of update before the expansion or just waiting for the expansion Protein for life? My friend, you are asking about the content of any future updates and I cannot talk about it, as you can imagine. Like, as soon as we are ready to talk about it, we will. And hopefully then I'll share everything with you. Everything. The same way as we did with 1.5, right? We were waiting, and then eventually when it was ready, and I was able to talk to you guys about this. Okay? Dr. Jenkins asks, have you ever gone to management and said, can I just drop one tiny detail to the upcoming stuff next stream? No, I didn't. But also because I don't really speak here about new stuff, you know, that is coming to the game. However, no matter what I say, sometimes literally I said A and somebody reports that I said B using a clip with a recording from A saying that I said B and I didn't, and literally everyone reprints it and talks about it. So my friend, I don't really have to go to management to ask, because it's happening anyway. So yeah, it's out of context. I mean, out of context is one thing. Sometimes it is the context. It's just like I say something and then literally I see someone saying that I literally said something else, and then there's my clip attached. And I'm watching that video and I'm like, wait, did I really say it? No, I didn't. It's literally made up. And I'm just like, this is literally made up. Because I think people are counting on the fact that somebody won't watch the recording. I don't know, guys. I have to admit, it's kind of entertaining, but I would appreciate not getting fired, for it at some point. Thank you, Magda, so much for the sub and for being with us. We talked about it, right? I don't want to stream, as fired quest director stream Cyberpunk. That will be my former quest director. Recently unemployed quest director plays Cyberpunk. That will be my new stream title. Harder Buffs asks about if the Keanu Reeves is going to be involved in the expansion again. My friend, no comment. I'm sorry. It just touches directly the content of the expansion. So not mentioning this. Okay. I cannot spoil you guys anything because you need the excitement of the surprise, right? Anyway, my chums, let's go. Do you guys remember this moment? Is Babsonowska with us? Babsonowska, are you there? The song is called Code Red Initiated. Yes. Yes, Pog alert, exactly. You old motherfuckers need Jesus. This stayed with us is one of the most epic quotes from Babsonowska ever. That's why I put it here. Good memories. Good memories. Vicho wrote, dear troops, stop trying to get this man fired, please. Thanks. Thank you, Vicho. I appreciate this. Like, not getting fired over being too excited of Cyberpunk is literally what I would love to not to happen. Honestly, but that would be fucking one epic way to go down, make Cyberpunk streams out of excitement and love for the game and community, and they can get fired for it. I think it would qualify as the awards that are given to people that blowed up themselves, and killed themselves. I forgot. Oh God. But yes, Darwin Awards. Yes, I will get the Darwin Award for streamer. Yes, that's exactly the Darwin Award. Darwin Award for this incredible achievement. Said Falun wrote hello. Hello, Said Falun. Good to see you. Gilvana Kilbasa wrote, I hope Cyberpunk will not share the fate of Gwent and the developers will not take already casual suggestions seriously. Rebuilding scenes for the TTP camera would be an unnecessary effort considering the problems that the game has, especially since the first-person perspective camera are incredibly well-directed and provide unprecedented freedom. It basically makes the player the cinematic director of the scene. Yes, Gilvana Kilbasa, pretty much. You have really... phrased it incredibly well, and I think I think it's really a job of any designer and game developer really to look at the suggestions but take from them whatever is important, and valuable. And the thing is, some suggestions are great, and some suggestions are actually allowing you to see the problems that are there, but as a dev you might have not been aware of them. Sometimes not even the solutions are that important, but the fact that people are talking about the solutions mean that there's some problem that they have, and it's so important to actually look at those. It's really important, No Delamain romance is a problem. Delamain wrote, okay. I think your perspective might be a bit skewed. Delamain, how do you think? What do you think, my friend? Okay, Chums, I have something else to show you. So that was actually a Cogito who arranged all that. He actually arranges a lot of those things behind the scenes. So this is a shout out for our dear V. Eurodyne, and a message from someone that you may know.
Hey, how the heck are you? It's Kerry Eurodyne. I wanted to give you a hey,
Oh, hello.
a hello, a shout out, and hope you're well and burning
yeah, we're
chrome
aware.
out there in the streets of Night City.
Oh yeah, they're wet.
Also,
after
this is me, Matt
patch.
Yankee, the voice actor for Kerry Eurodyne, and I wanted to say hey, hello myself, and thank you so much for supporting me in my career.
Oh, no worries. We love you, man.
Friends wanted me to give you a shout out and let you know sort of the inspirations for where Kerry
Okay,
came
go
from.
on. I mean, we're listening.
So,
we're listening.
Very simply, I
love
knew
to see it.
Cyberpunk from back in the day very, very, very well. I knew the
That's
first
cool.
mission of Johnny Silverhand from the back of the book. And so
a
when I
fan
had my
of the,
first
lore.
audition in, they sort of were hazy and giving me some little bits of information. And I went, oh, this is Kerry Eurodyne. And they were stunned that I knew that stuff.
Okay.
And I said, look, I know
That's-
Cyberpunk.
that's
from
always
way
great
back.
to
Let's
see,
just
actually,
get
from
into
an
where
actor.
you want this character to be. The fact that he's 70 years old, that he's had gene therapy, that he's been around the block not once, not twice, but 100 times.
Guy,
That's
he knows
part of the
his stuff.
texture in his voice is that he's smoked everything. He's
That's
done
why I
everything,
actually
and
loved,
he came out of the other side and found his peace
Mud
with
Young
all of the anger
when we
that he
saw
had for
his
Johnny. In fact,
audition.
bringing Johnny back and having that moment with V was the only thing left on his plate to sort of make him a balanced human being. And so you can hear that in the texture of his voice, the anger, the rage, all of the things that were left.
I love
But
his
you
voice.
hear him at the beginning.
It's scary.
There's a callousness to what he's saying because he's worn out, he's worn down, he doesn't have his passion. And by the end
And I
of
feel
it,
so
the
blessed
energy,
because I had the pleasure to
passion is
design
back in
some
his
of the
life because V's
Kerry's
back in his life
quests
and Johnny's back
and
in his
implement
life.
them.
Other than that, it's just the texture, the feeling, that grit, that glottal fry that really makes
Yeah, you can
Kerry
really feel
who
it.
he is. I wanted him to sound like he smoked 16 packs a day. Anyway, there's some of the inspiration.
Definitely
for Kerry.
worked out,
Hope
man.
You're well. Have a great night.
Okay.
Take it easy, chum.
Thank you. Well, I mean, damn, that was sexy. Okay, well, that was sexy. Yeah, he did so well. I completely agree. Like, I like every time when we are actually doing the auditions for an actors, and when we're like checking their voices and stuff, it's always like multiple different people that we're casting for various roles. And every time, like, we are just trying to make sure that they fit the best. How they can actually play out the actor, how the character, how they actually feel the character. How it matches our sort of understanding of the character. And voice actor is bringing so much to the table. So that's why it was a pleasure, and I'm so glad that. That we were able to, that Mud Young was working with us on Cyberpunk. Okay, my dear chums, I am just, Machiavelli asks why Johnny exactly looks the same in 2013, 2023 flashbacks, despite Kerry looking different in each flashback. Good question, Machiavelli. I think incredibly good, skincare routine. I think it was simply not covered, by us. I think that's the answer, Machiavelli. Like one of the places that I guess should be addressed. Like, I mean, well, I didn't change this much for 10 years. Maybe Johnny did, though. So the other important thing is that, regarding Kerry was not a character that we have sort of taken directly, from a living actor to the game, right? It's a person that was completely made for us. Therefore, we could prepare those different stages of Kerry. With the situation of Keanu, it's a bit different. We wanted to have his likeness in the game. But of course, that is something that can be covered. We simply didn't do it. Like I think it's more of a question to our character art team. Actually, why they decided to stick with it. I think it might be connected to the fact that his likeness was taken to the game like well, not one-to-one, but like his face is almost one-to-one. So I would assume that that's the reason. But I think that question would be probably more for our art direct team rather than me. Okay, my chums, Gnomic asks, why was wall running with Mantis Blaze removed? I mean, I talked about it long time ago already, Gnomic. I think we've been talking about it in the past as well. That it's just look at the geometry of Night City. You will see that walls in the Night City and geometry is incredibly complex, and to make the wall running work really well, you would have to either do two things. Either cover technically and from animation standpoint and technical standpoint all those incredibly complicated elements of geometry, or you would have to flatten all the walls. And this is basically we didn't want to do. We didn't want to flatten all the walls and make those wall running spots prepared, just out of the fear that the game would look poorer. And we did some tests here and there, to check it. That's why we knew that it's a wrong direction to go. So then you end up with a situation of, okay, so then you need to spend incredible amount of time and resources to actually really make it work well with any type of geometry and walls. So imagine you have pipes on the wall, you have different type of structure, fracturing, windows, pipes, cables, and all other things that are actually on the walls on the sides of the buildings. When you look at the air conditioning units, when you look at the Cyberpunk, it becomes incredibly complicated. So that is my perspective. There's also perspective of our gameplay designers. I'm not sure if maybe it wasn't simply fun, for them. But again, that's a question you would have to ask our gameplay design team fully, because I haven't been working on that feature. As you can imagine, I do deal with the story topics and story-related stuff. Cookito relayed the question from Voitas. You always say that making an expansion is the most enjoyable and easiest part of developing a game. That's true, because most problems with the engine are solved and you already have assets and all building blocks needed. Do you think working on Unreal is somehow similar feeling? I see that Unreal is much simpler and devs can focus on creating rather than finding bugs. It's an interesting question. I mean, the thing is that we have started working on Unreal not that long time ago. We have lots of experience working with different engines, but those were primarily our in-house engines. So switching to new engine is anyway a challenge, because the whole department's whole studio needs to learn it. Also, the tools need to be developed. However, that being said, Unreal is way more flexible. It also has really well prepared side from the user side, so something that we call a property pages, and UI itself is much better from the get-go sort of. So out of the box you have lots of different tools and solutions with Unreal that you wouldn't have in your in-house engine, but very specific solutions for the game still need to be developed. So I think working on Unreal is slightly different in general than working on the same engine that you already know. However, there is a lot of advantages of using the Unreal 5 and cooperation with Epic here. And I think that is the most I can I think this is all I can add here. My dears, let's move on, because I wanted to go over everything I have for you so that we can play a game today a bit. Yes, I see that our auto mod is holding on some messages, but yeah, it's taken care of. Impossible34 asked, what are your thoughts on more third-person cinematic cutscenes in Cyberpunk? I mean, my friend, I was talking about it so many times in the past already. Like our artistic choice in Cyberpunk was to go with first person, and I ultimately think it was much better decision than going third person, because we have learned so many things as a studio throughout that process. And I think it's important, you know, when you're like making decisions like this for your whole studio, please remember that please remember that, you know, you need to also think about building your team, building the capabilities of your team, and educating and learning and moving forward, right? Like, I think you could see that all the studios that keep on doing the same thing over and over, they don't really move forward, they stagnate in time. And this is what, like, I don't want to happen to my teams and so on. So when moving forward, we are always trying to do a good dose of experimentation and good dose of like new things for the game. And I mean, honestly, like we have done 3 Witcher games with third-person perspective and cutscenes, and we have done like expansions for Witcher 3, for Witcher 2. So it's just I'm referring to the DLC to the Witcher 2 now, to the enhanced edition. So there's been like so much experience in years, you know, of working games like this. We just wanted to do something more. Eurodyne said, "Hello, Pavo. I heard I missed something prim." Well, I mean, if you missed it, then you missed it, my friend. But thank you for being here with us. It's great to see you. Pavel, how does the team decide which achievements, trophies to implement into the game? Kazuliski, that is something that our gameplay team is doing primarily, so that's not really on my plate. And as far as I'm aware, they just basically brainstorm and look for as varied and opportunities for the player as possible to cover both the game progression, story progression, but also like gameplay achievements and gameplay, you know, actions, so to say. But that's as much as I know, Kazuliski, unfortunately, about the topic. Where's GTA 6? Ragnar asks. I don't know, my friend. I hope that we can, you know, we can get it soon. Exited next level gameplay. Hope you're well rested, Pavel, for that holiday time. Well, I mean, I was only a week on the holiday, my friend. Other than that, it was a business trip on GDC and learning, and then I was visiting Sapphire. So, you know, I was working most of the past weeks. But definitely, like the holiday that I had, a week of holiday was great. Okay, my dears, I think we're going to move on. So there is also this one thing that I wanted to point out. So every time that something interesting happens on a chat, you know, I was referring to it as a family friendly, and yes, everyone loved it. Yes, it's definitely something interesting. Northern Wolf wrote like triple quotation marks, facts. Yes, the streamers refer to family friendly. Yeah, this is too good. Oh God, yes. X Cactus asks about New Silent Hill when it's coming. I have no idea. And where is Assassin's Creed 2077? Jesus Christ, never heard of that. My friend, a family making stream. Regulars, it's not me. My wife is solid new member. Okay. Vicho wrote, family making stream, yes. But where is Bully to? I don't know. Okay, so another one. CDPR NDA, Pavo in the last stream, knowing that patch 1.5 releases this week. Yes, so this is a shout out. This is a shout out for this moment when we had a stream, and I remember I knew that the patch is coming on Tuesday, and I am on that stream on Tuesday, and I was streaming on Sunday, and everyone was asking me, about patch 1.5 because we literally said nothing about it until it dropped. So I was just sitting there, and I was just sitting there thinking holy shit. Speaking of 1.5, where is 1.6? Machiavelli asks. I have no idea. I have no idea, my friend. Never heard of it. Celebi wrote, hell, K-time to lurk. Have a great time, everyone. Thank you so much, Celebi, for being with us for this year, for this year and this hour today. Anyway, guys, it was a good laugh. It was a good laugh with this meme. Now, my dears, I have something more that I wanted to show you. So, let me prepare it really quickly. So, I will want to show you this, my chums. So, this is Jane Perry.
Hey.
Hey.
This is Rogue.
Hey, Rogue.
Cyberpunk.
What's up in Afterlife?
And this is a little message.
Okay.
For members of the Sasko Sundays community.
Oh, really? What's the message?
I just wanted to take the time to wish you all a very happy new year.
Oh.
And I wanted to make a little shout out
That's
to all those strong,
okay.
beautiful, special,
thanks, I guess.
amazing and talented women who are just like me. Takes one to know one.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
2022, yeah, it's a good year from what I can recall.
Oh,
I
yeah?
hope you all have a great one. Happy New Year.
Thank you. I mean, it's been already sometime, I guess, into New Year, but this is really a good good year Rogue, is it? Yeah, Pinky Juliet, that's a good question, though. That's a good question, my friend. Maybe she didn't remember everything, that happened in this year. But I just wanted to show you this message from our dear Jane Perry. Also an amazing actress to work with. I remember, we same in the case with Kerry. We had lots of different actresses, with voices and samples, that we've been checking. And I think in case of Rogue, it was almost unquestionable that she is going to be the best one from all of those that we have picked. Mistogan73 asks how important it is to have a game dev degree to work in the game development. My friend, it's not important at all. Seriously, it really all depends, what you can do as a dev and as a person when you actually can learn. Do you make art? Do you mod the game? Do you write? Do you draw? Do you make music? This is what matters, because those are the skills you'll be using daily, right? Not really the game dev degree. You will learn all that stuff while doing the job. So don't bother with that. I think this is completely fine. With not having the degree. I have designers in my teams that do have the game dev degrees, and absolutely, it does help. It undeniably helps to understand how the games are built. But you can learn all of those things in the job. What's important is the fact that you, as a candidate for work, you can actually have all those unique skills and capabilities to really show us what you can do. When you can draw, that you have amazing portfolio. When you write, that you have let's say books or the short stories published. Something that will make us understand, you know, what you actually can do. Download and start the Unreal Engine 5. You want to be game dev? Yeah, I mean, exit to the next level. That's one of the ways, right? That's one of the ways. I'm just checking the chat, my dears, if there's anything that I should address, but I don't think so right now, at least. Nocturne. Oh, Nocturne. Nocturne, good to see you. Just found the stream and wanted to say hello to the chums. The game resonated with me like no other. The passion you and the team put into even the little details never ceases to amaze me. So grateful for this impressive experience. Thank you so much, Nocturne. By the way, guys, I wanted to ask, did you guys think everything that we added or we put to the game, you know, in the last patches and in the game in general? I haven't been checking Reddit in the past few days, so I need to study it, you know, what you guys have found recently. But last time I checked, FF06B5 was not solved yet, was it? Pablo wrote, I have many questions that you can address. Oh, Pablo, are those questions the questions I want to address? That's the question, my friend. Are those? Probably not, right? Let me guess. Oh, it's solved. Oh, really? How is the color palette a secret, though? Sledgen, good bait. Good bait. Stranger 3. Hi, Pavel, where I compare Sun and Star Ending, I see and there's a huge difference in content while we are inside Mikoshi. That's correct. Basically, when we play as V, there's a long emotional conversation with Alt and Johnny about life, while when we play as Johnny, there's almost none, and even 6 months period is not really mentioned. Was it something you intended or just came out that way? No, Stranger, of course, this is how we intended it. And, you know, like, I prefer, in most cases, not to speak about, like, the meaning and interpretation of things for you guys, because it's like the author interpreting whatever they have made, you know, for the audience, and I think this is wrong in general. Like, I think it's up to you to decide, but it's absolutely intentional. There are some things that we have done and I wish we could have done better. But what we have done, I don't think we have done any random stuff. Like, sometimes it happens that you have no choice as a game dev and you make a choice that you wouldn't, I would say, want to because of other, you know, creative decisions that you have made. But it's rarely an accident, I would say. It's most cases we are doing things like this intentionally, especially in such an important moment, Stranger. So yeah, it needs to serve as an answer as much as I can tell you. There's T. Bartas asks, the expansion is only one or will do 2 expansions like The Witcher 3? T. Bartas, no comment about this. Like, last time, I didn't comment on it, and it was anyway used by multiple journalists that I have made claims that I didn't, or that I didn't make claims that I did. I don't know if I said it right. So, my friend, please spare me. I'm not going to comment on this because, yes, I feel that I'm fine, you know, without being in every single Cyberpunk article quoted. Is there any information on Samurai vinyl edition HD for Vendetta? I have no idea, my friend. That would be the question for Marcin Przybyłowicz, not me. I really don't know where the topic is. Kat Menzetti wrote, you guys removed static resolution scaling with 1.5, but overriding was perfect for smooth screenshots. Can you, Kat Menzetti, send that information to our customer support? Just to be sure that we are aware about the problem, because maybe it was, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was intentional, but I want to make sure that we are aware about the consequences for the for our in-game photographers, that something like that happened. Catman said, if you could please message our customer support and mention this, if this, you know, just so that it can be checked. Poor Pavel can't win. I mean, my friend, just, you know, I have lost, absolutely. Sarah Nurmrad, CDPR dev makes claims. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what is happening. Can I ask questions about Witcher 3? Cyber Caldecados ask. Of course. I mean, people were asking about Witcher before, so don't worry. Have all the secrets related to the iguana have been discovered? Yes, Pablo, there has been. I mean, for most of the time, people missed, because it has like I think 3 or 4 major pieces. And I think the last one was discovered by Kazuliski and posted on his YouTube channel, I believe, or I definitely saw it on Kazuliski's Twitter, so I believe so. Like, I don't think everyone knows about it, because I didn't see it being like discussed too wildly. But again, like, I am unable to follow all the Cyberpunk like forums, discussions, and Reddits, because it's so much that I would have to stop to work. Cogito, yes, that's a good one. That's a good joke. Halox ask, any advice for building a portfolio as cinematic designer / artist? I personally find it hard to come up with scenario scripts to showcase my skills. Halox, I'll give you a script, my friend. Go into pick any movie you love. Pick, I don't know, Casablanca, 12 Angry Men, a classic, and restage one of the scenes, and make the complete new staging of that, and make it in Cyberpunk, or make it in The Witcher. Restage that scene, use the same dialogues. Just this, it's enough. Wasn't it Sartre and Locust, Roma asked? It might be. It might have been there was like 2 separate people in 2 separate occasions, and I have seen Kazuliski, not Locust. Could be. I'm not claiming that that's not the case. I've definitely seen it on Kazuliski's YouTube channel, though. So yes, going for the cinematic designer question, Hylox, just really pick any movie that you like or any game you like, and just restage the scenes. Just pick something that you really like, a moment that you like, and just show how you would do it differently, you know? Or, as a cinematic designer, you know, for instance, some designers were asking me about this, make a Cyberpunk trailer from scratch. Use any music that was released with the game, and make a Cyberpunk trailer. And recut it completely and show that, if you want to show your montage skills, of course. That's more if you're going for previs / montage position. For cinematic designer and artist, I would definitely go into like restaging scenes, restaging parts of our games. Just show us a passion for any of our games and show us what you can do. If you don't like that, use any other IP. I don't know, use Horizon or what else? You can use Skyrim, but it might be a bit too dated nowadays to do stuff like this. But you can use Witcher 2 even, because it has like pretty decent looking models there still, you know, for your work. Do anything like this, and I think you know, it's going to be great. Samaritan Rogues, hi Pavel, greetings from Slovakia, greetings from Warsaw, my friend. You guys made me go into the direction in my life to be a game dev. I am glad, my friend, because the work you have done in The Witcher 3 have made my mind to do as a job, but I'm still not really sure what exactly should I do in game industry. I mean, Samaritan, fortunate thing is that in game industry, we are absolutely finding a use for literally all kinds of specialities and people. So you can really pick whatever you want. Like, I think if you want to be a dentist, it might be a difficult one to find a job in the game dev, but I expect that you don't. I expect it's something connected to games, computers, you know, to writing, art, and so on. So just try something like this. Like, ask yourself a question, what you love doing, and then check any kind of position in games that is associated with your natural hobbies, you know? If you like art and you're great in drawing, just, you know, check concept art, check everything related to, you know, illustration, making in-game art. If you like, you know, cinematic work, you know, check cinematic designer position, designing stories. That's quest design, writing. That's the writing dialogue specifically. That's a writer's position. So like, check whatever works for you. You know, of course, programmer, gameplay, and so on. There's so many of them. My dears, I need to move on. Idil, it's good to see you. Nice to see you on the chat with us, my friend. Connor, there's more Easter eggs in The Witcher 3 to be found. I mean, my friend, I didn't follow exactly like all of the Easter eggs for The Witcher to be found, but Xletalis gave us definitely a run for the money. So meaning that he has definitely like documented so much of it on his YouTube channel that I'm worried that there's not much left after 7 years. Marcin Blaha said that his favorite Easter eggs haven't been found yet. Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that. Like, there's so many Easter eggs that are dialogue specific, dialogue specifically. So it might be that also Marcin knows things that I don't, you know, about those things, because the game is so vast and huge that it's completely possible to, you know, that I didn't realize that something is an Easter egg, you know. Camille Cesaro, meme reviews over 1 hour. Thanks, Camille. You always know what to tell me to move on. Anyway, last questions from Cyber Caldos, and I promise we're moving on because I have more stuff I want to show you. Kiros lows, Xletalis lost my respect when he claimed romance with Triss is the best in The Witcher 3. Oof, that hurts, because the romance with Yennefer is mine, so if he claimed Triss is better, then oof, that's not good. Besides, I prefer Shani, but I'm the one who designed and implemented the Yennefer. But yeah, in your opinion, what is the best start path in Cyberpunk looking at story and dialogues? I mean, I think the best start one would be probably Nomad. I think so. Would be probably Nomad. And, well, I mean, I think both male and female are great. So, I think Nomad is best for a starting player. But I think Corpo's awesome too. Corpo has a few, like, unique things in the game as well. I think Street Kid is the most, like, I would say, crafted for the people who have the most experience with pen and paper, Cyberpunk. So I think for new player, I would go Nomad and maybe Corpo as a second. But again, that's my opinion. I might be wrong here. Maybe, you know, maybe chat has a separate opinion regarding this. Kotegawa, sorry, wrote Nomad is the most immersive, but I don't like the Nomad aesthetics at all. Oh, interesting. Kotegawa, sorry. We definitely, like, with the Nomad aesthetics, we went into, like, we were looking for something, like, characteristic and different than on any other storyline in the game. But yeah, I get your point that you don't buy it. Or you don't like it, actually. Okay, my dears, one more. Okay, this is not really a meme. This is Val Alvarez, I believe, and amazing drawing of me. Actually, I'm really thankful. If you guys, when you guys are doing things like that, yes, Val Alvarez. Lucy Art also has drawn like few things from the game. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I always have. It's always so humbling, when I see you guys thinking that that you consider that like drawing me would be something that you would want to do. Okay, my chums, I have another message that I wanted to show you. So, sorry because the music's amazing, but we'll get to it in a moment. So, my dear chums, Valve Alvarez, thank you so much for this amazing drawing. Now, let's go. So I wanted to show you, one more message that I wanted to show to you. I have some technical issues right now. Okay, I don't have any more technical issues. However, I'm plagued with technical issues. Yes, here she is. Okay, so my dears, I don't know if you recognize her, probably not yet from the looks of it, but this is Krizia Bajos and our Mama Wells.
The Sasko Sunday. Feliz Año Nuevo to the Sasko Sunday community. I usually put together a Sunday supper time with all of Jackie's favorites, tamales, chilaquiles, maybe some elote.
Jackie's favorite there.
I wonder what you're gonna do for the new year. This is Mama Wells wishing you all a very happy new year.
Oh, thank you.
And all the best deseos de
year.
todo el mundo del todo
Maybe
el
aside
año.
some
Sending
events.
you mucho, mucho amor.
Thank you for the mucho amor.
Adios, mis hijitos.
Adios, Mama Wells.
Feliz Año Nuevo to the Sasko.
Anyway, just some small greetings from Mama Wells. She has played this. She has played the Mama Wells incredibly well. Krizia Bajos. She also has done like few other characters in the game. Just a bit, I would say, low key characters. But that was always really awesome to see. Anyway, my dears, I need to play some music because it's too quiet now here. Oh, much better, my dears. I'm glad, muchas gracias, Mamueles. Que Dios de la bandiga. I don't know what means la bandiga. Besos, abrazos, Descartes. Like the lady from A Sinner Man. I'm not sure. Actually, Sarah, maybe. Oh, hello, Romulus. Good to see you, my chum. On the chat, we have missed you. Can we have Melissa back? What do you mean, Romulus? Is she gone? My favorite Carmichael 94 wrote, my favorite path is Corpo ending with Nomad perfect story arc there, going from the corporate world with no connections to ending with Nomad nothing but family. I love this comment, Carl Mitchell. Exactly. Like that was actually one of the conversations we had internally in the team that, because we wanted to give the players, an option to like craft their own storyline the way they would want them to be. And I agree that starting the way, playing the way you described is it really creates an amazing story arc. Glasolalia wrote like what a sweet message. Yeah, it's awesome. We want Sasko Sunday merch. Exit to the next level. Oh God. Like, I don't know what kind of merchandise. I think socks and ties and bow ties. That should be Sasko Sunday merchandise. Outside of that, just going naked. Anyway, okay then. My dears, Question from Creep Slasher. Jesus, the chat is going fast. Are the original short stories and some commendations for them as part of a portfolio good for someone who wants to be a quest designer? Absolutely, Creep Slasher. They are. Please remember, Creep Slasher, that a quest design job is also things regarding the technical part. So you not only need to design the stories well, but be able to direct them. So be able to take care of the execution of that. Make sure that you work really well with other team members, that you're able to communicate well, communicate your vision, and then have a vision regarding what music you would want to have in your quest, what locations you need, and work well with your artists and understand each other and transfer the meaning through the looks and shape of the location. This is really crucial for a quest designer. And also all the technical abilities, be able to implement, be able to really pull off what you have designed. Idealis wrote, so a guy for everything. Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember one of our experts leads in the team, Łukasz Szczepankowski, he used to say that from sort of a Witcher 2 times, from that time, quest designers in CDPR became like a commando unit, and we always have been a commando unit. You basically need to be able to do everything, Like, there are so many weird things, sometimes to handle in the game, right? Like, you have too many. Okay, I'm not going to make this joke, but sometimes the spare organs appear in the scene that you shouldn't be seeing, right? And those are dangling on physics, and you should be able to handle this. You need to know how to do that as a player. As a designer, properly handle this. That's a real example, by the way. That's a real example, by the way. I still remember this email thread that we had about handling this. It was really, we had to put like a strike team to handle that. I think like maybe few years from now, when my single sentence is not turned into the articles, I will tell you guys all of it, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing, I tell you that, because some of those stories are absolutely fucking hilarious. But anyway, we literally, like, quest designer is the person that needs to like just go into the topic, whatever it fucking is and really handle this. And the thing is, like, nowadays, also like open world, also level design, also cinematic design is much more like this. I think we have grown so much as a teams that right now, like, every single of those departments really can handle like all kinds of topics thrown at them like this. But I really very much appreciate the fact that we as a quest team have been like this, and now I'm making sure and trying to make sure that all of us are trained and able to figure out topics like this, You can't imagine sometimes with what kind of topics I'm coming to my designers, making a call and saying, hey, I really have an interesting topic to discuss. Stealthspur wrote, we have a ton of hilarious discussions. It's not as funny when you have to look at the funny things dozens of times to check if it's fixed. Yes, Stealthspur, that's practically how it works. Sapphire wrote, I imagine the novelty would wear off. The thing is with the thing with this job is also that the novelty is how would say sticking off quite long. I would say the novelty is sticking quite long because definitely the work delivers. Machiavelli asked why Johnny never uses his real name when they talk one-on-one. I think it would be a wholesome moment when Johnny uses his real name. Yep, I agree. I agree, Machiavelli. Like, I think we say it's when you're in the clouds and when you're talking to the doll that only the real friends can use V's real name. But I agree with you that at some points it would actually feel well, to have it. done like this. So I think this is something we didn't, I think, pay close enough attention to, Machiavelli. Okay, my dear chums, I'm moving forward. Okay, so now I'm not sure if Small Sunday is with us all the time right now or not, but I wanted to put a bit more spotlight on Small Sunday. So as I mentioned, there will be a thing. Oh, I am yes. So you see Small Sunday on the chat. Kira is our in-game photographer. Kira has joined us. Has joined us 2 months ago or so as in-game photographer, being a member of this community doing in-game photography. You can actually check Kira's Twitter with like lots of works like this, and this is actually Kira's cosplay as Oda. I think this is a photo shoot, not that I've seen, one of the many that Kira has published now. I wanted to point it out because, like, for me it's amazing the fact that we have these moments in this community when really like one of you decides to really pursue the job in the game industry and really does it, right? I've heard like people that are already part of our red team that they talk to me actually after they were hired, that they have been watching the streams and attending the streams before the talks in CDPR to just get trained and talking about game dev and listen about it, so to be able to handle the questions and so on. That's so cool, you know, that's so awesome. We actually have a new cinematic designer that told me that literally a few days ago. And I'm really thankful. And anyway, Kira, just wanted to say congratulations for joining Red. I hope that, you know, at the moment when we will be, you know, able, or when we'll be showing things, you know, some of your works will be used so that we can say, even on the stream, that this is your work. Anyhow, that's what I wanted to mention, and not speaking about this more because I'm stepping into dangerous territory now. But going back to Kira, thank you for being here with us. Cybercaldos, I love in one quest before you sneak into Arasaka float facility where V told Takemura she used to work with Arasaka. If you choose Corpo life path, I was wondering how come V sometimes doesn't acknowledge that she used to be Arasaka. Well, I mean, she does acknowledge it in the moments when it would make sense for the given moment for her to point it out as something important for the conversation. Sometimes, to, like, for instance, like with the Meredith Stout, or like in the example you brought up, we have been doing that in cases because it's a life buffs are a role-playing tool for the player, right? And you as a player, you should be able to like really feel as this kind of character. So we should bring it up at the moment when actually those things that she's going to say really matter and make sense in this given context. This drowning team started. So this is right now Bells of Laguna Band playing. That's why Machiavelli called it V's drowning team started. Okay, my dears, we are moving forward in a second. Team Judy. Oh really? Sarah Norm. Hello Pavel, I have a question from Tutsiorn. Not about Cyberpunk. On October 6th, 1 year ago, Grzegorz Rosiński, cartoonist of Thorgal comic book series, visited your studio and took part in a Q&A session. Can you tell us something about the meeting and painting he gave you? Tutsiorn, not really have much more to add besides what was shared officially. Like, we had a meeting with Grzegorz Rosiński, that's true, and he has prepared this amazing painting that's right now like hanging in the studio with Geralt and Thorgal meeting on a track together. Because like Grzegorz Rosiński, Adam Badowski, and other members of CDPR's board are a long time, I would say, acquaintance, friends, I would say, and that was just a friendly visit. And the Q&A session was mostly about the comic books plans, and also like the career of a painter. And I think like most people that have been there were fans of his comic book, but fans really of his drawings and of his drawing style and the characters, and that's basically how it played out. That's pretty much, I think, the most I can mention. Duke asks, Unreal 5's Nenite for next CDPR game. Well, I mean, I cannot tell you anything about our future games on Unreal, but definitely we are using the engine. And Nanite is a part of it, right? Now what we will end up doing and using, that's a separate conversation. Okay, my dears, let's move on. A few more memes, and then we are playing the game. And also, I have a few more things to show you. So. That's the one that I saw today on the Twitter. SaskoCon for gamers by gamers. Community-led events, friendship, video games, and great food. Okay. You guys are... right. SaskoCon, Europe, North America, and Asia. I think I see that we guys are... I'll be there, Smosa Diorot. Okay. I see that you guys are planning like really, forward. Follow fantastic host Babsonowska on a unique tour on the best pierogi places in Warsaw. Meet Sapphire and many of your Sasko Sunday friends in this inaugural SaskoCon Europe. Learn about the Witcher lore straight from Paweł Sasko himself. Okay. Then in San Francisco, okay, that's in the spring 2023, apparently. The second annual SaskoCon North America once again takes place in sunny San Francisco. Follow our amazing host, Miss V. Silverhand, on a tour of Fisherman's Wharf to taste the fresh chopino and stop by Gicardelli Ice Cream Shop. Paweł Sasko discusses the design of the most famous California city, Night City. And in summer 2023, apparently we are in Tokyo. Our incredible host, Alternate Cyborg, takes us on a behind-the-scenes tour of Tokyo's best food joints. Udon, soba ramen, get your chopsticks ready. Paweł Sasko discusses the influences of Japanese culture of the cyberpunk genre and the game. Jesus Christ. I think, sure, like, I think I will keep streaming for, like, next, something around, like, 170 years, and then maybe we can do some SaskoCon, who knows? So, yes, War SaskoCon. Yes, in Warsaw. Sasko Globetrottering. Anyway, my dears, this is all and funny. Is SaskoCon sponsored by Brozef Ale? I know nothing about it, my chum. Okay, I wanted to show you something else. This time it's not a recording, but I wanted to remind you something. It was an amazing thing that we remember, Cogito has made. So look at this. This is a quiz that Cogito has made some time ago. For those that would want to join the quiz, I'm posting the link on the chat so you guys can check it. But yes, this is our amazing quiz. Who is Paweł Sasko's girlfriend? I hope that this is clear. Cogita is an interesting choice. Oh, Elusiard, I scored 100%. Okay, Magda 100%. Okay, Paweł has explained he's under NDA. What does NDA stand for? New drug application, Northern Domestic Airspace, Non-disclosure agreement. Nevada Department of Agriculture. What is Cabo Cesar's favorite song? What is Pavo's preferred play mode? Who is Pinky Dude's favorite character? What is the Spender favorite stratagem to make Pavo's life hard in game? What segment of a stream gets really hype, lit, fire, crazy? Oh yes, there is one particular member of the community that repeatedly asks questions that feature measures relevance, silence, and depth that keep stunning Pavo. The questions feature elaborate setup with a tremendous amount of context to ensure shared understanding of the intent, practical examples, and resembles maximizes the chance to relevant answers by Pavo. Pavo tends to answer those questions when he knows he has a certain amount of time available, because he breadth and depths of the question cannot be answered summarily, instead leading to layered answer that generally takes 5 to 10 minutes. The quality of the question has been immortalized in memes, and Pavo ever recommended a career as investigative journalism for that individual, who that community member is. I like the fact how self-aware this question is, by the way, you know? Yes. By the way, but the questions are awesome. By Revolver, by the way. What dish is associated by audience with Pavo playing song Never Fade Away? It was intentional. Camille wrote, of course. Okay, I think we are not going to go through all of them, but I just wanted to mention this. It was always it always makes me crack, you know, when you guys come up with that. I hope you guys will get 100% on this. Anyway, let's move on to another one. So this time around, I want to put a bit spotlight on the art. And this is a drawing from our Magda. I think Magda is the one that posted this really funny video. And where you know everyone was cheering in a bar. Bonus points for reversed R in Freaks Grindera. Yeah, I mean it's so. This is, you guys are the best. Like, this is so awesome. Like, I never imagined that anyone to ever create something and call it Team Pavo, you know. And then it even says SaskoCon here. Anyway, so guys, talking about the art, thank you, Magda. Yeah, best track Atlantis. Exactly. So guys, I wanted to show you something more. So last 2 weeks ago, I think it was, because we didn't have a chance to watch it yet together, there was another edition of It's All About You, with the Streets of Night, Streets of Night City. I of course have a technical issue, but it seems to be working. Okay, it seems to be working. Perfect. So I wanted to show you guys this, because this shows so much incredible art that you have done. Bredding, hello Jędrzej. Bredding wrote, hey Paweł, Jędrzej z tej strony, Jędrzej z CDPR. We have few Jędrzejs though, Jędrzej, so I'm not sure which Jędrzej you are. If you could message me on Slack, I will give you the diamond icon if it's really you. Because I think you should have a diamond icon, my dear friend. If you, Jędrzej Mróz, oh wow, okay. So Jędrzej is one of our lead producers, my friend. Jędrzej is right now on a vacation. Jędrzej, I hope you're chilling a lot. I've seen on your Twitter that you are playing a lot of games, my friend. You will get the diamond icon. Yep, holidays. I think, Jędrzej, you will get a diamond icon from me as well. Now, my dear chums, let's watch together what the community has prepared, because this is amazing. It's another episode. It's all about you. So let's switch to this. Check it out. Clayton King, you motherfuckers are so talented. Holy shit. Kristen King. Damn. Jasmine, wow, this Mox cosplay, amazing. So good. Like, this drawing is incredible. Oh, making off of a gun. Yeah. Photo shoots. Dennis. Some of those things are incredible. Like, you guys are so jacked. Seriously. Great cosplay. Another one. This is really awesome, though. This is really awesome. This, like, cover. Look at this. Such a cool cover, though. The Porsche. Another, I think those are drawings. And a Gabriela with Kerry. Oh yeah. This room is insane. Lara Croft. Damn. Oh, here you have the samurai Porsche. It's so cool, though, that you guys are making stuff like this. Like, it's just like, you can see how much content there is. And this was like the 5th video, I believe, that we have made with all kinds of content like this. So awesome. Rocker Griffin asks, so when you submit this, can you submit one thing at a time? I can submit VP Cosplay Cyberpunk tattoo. Rocker Griffin, I mean, you can, I think, submit as much as you want, because it just shows basically what community is doing, what community is working on. So you can really like just send as much as you want. I don't think there are any like limits to it, to the creativity. God Art Hazard wrote, hi, greetings from Barcelona. Hello, God Art Hazard. Greetings from me as well. I'm here with Sabrina, my girlfriend, that is a huge fan of yours. Thank you so much. Thank you. I played today in Vanilla PS4 and I got inside a closed Pacifica area by accident. Oh, really? I spent like 2 hours trying to exit and made it to the monorail station by the stadium. I would like to report it for you to block it. Where do I report it? My friend, you have discovered some bug that we shall fix, I assume. If you could please send it to our customer support so that we could cover that. Where do you submit? Babsonovska said, I believe that there were official posts by our Twitter account, by CDP Red account. If you look back on our CDP Red account, because that account is not posting that much. That was like a few months ago, I think, with a link and so on, where you can actually send it. So another one, this time a drawing. A new one, and I think this is Wolfie, isn't it? I think that was Wolfie, wasn't it? Yes, I believe it was Wolfie, exactly. Yes, it's really cool. And you can see the progress in Wolfie's style, right? Yep. Wolfie's getting better. Wolfie's coming for us. She's coming for us. Yeah, it's really awesome. Like, you can see the progress. Damn, in like a year. That's why I'm showing it, like, because like we've been looking at Wolfie's works for a year and we can see insane progress. Is there going to be a segment about the book in the future video? Rosbot asks. You are referring to the community book? That book is right now with our community team, my friend. Which actually reminds me too, because I know that it's placed in a very special place in our studio. And I know it was like photographed and so on to be published on social media. I don't know if it was actually. So you reminded me to actually poke our comms team to ask them about this. So I do not have the book with me. As I mentioned, I left the book with the MAA book from the community. I have left it in the company for everyone to see and experience, you know. It wasn't posted indeed, yeah. That's it, Ross. So I'll basically poke our community team and ask, you know, what plans they have. Because I know that they have placed it in like exposition in the studio, like behind like glass, where in our sort of like exposition library. I know where it stands. So I suspect they have some plan for it because they told me that. Okay, let's go for the next one. So another one, a shots of our dear T-Bug by Grindera, as you can see. As always, Grindera loves Grindera T-Bug. Grindera loves T-Bug, you know, with all those different hairstyles. Romulus wrote, my favorite fixer is Troy. Okay. Nice. Yes, that's our T-Bug. That's our T-Bug. Looking really cool, I have to say, with those different hairstyles and so on. Okay, my dears, let's go to another one. This time our caffeinated rogue. And I think a caffeinated rogue is actually with us, or at least she used to be. I definitely see her on the list of the viewers. It's just like on Twitch, her nickname is A. Oh, exactly. We see Caffeinated Rogue on the chat right now. Amazing drawing. You can see that, you know, the Rogue's kind of ripped, you know. Rogue, why no implants? Because I guess it's from the time when she was young and she was training, you know? So it's before the implants were installed. Kotegawa Sorin. That's my understanding, because this is the version when she was younger. Cyber Caldos said, I'm still drawing Night City in my art class. I'm hoping to finish in Tuesday. I really can't wait to show it. I work hard on it. Oh, that sounds also awesome, Cyber Caldas. I can't wait to see it then. You know, like show when you will be done. I hope you can post it so that we can all like see it here and talk about it. You know, it'll be super cool. Anyway, moving on. Our dear Pinky Julian, and this is a dog tag for Mitch. This is a dog tag for Mitch with a bullet. Really cool looking as well. Really awesome, really awesome looking dog tag and the bullet, you know. Yeah, well made. Small Sunday, I love it so much. Yep, exactly. Cassius asked, I played Cyberpunk and loved it. I bought a Johnny Stager and Samurai shirt. That's awesome. I have bought most Cyberpunk merch as well, as you can see, my friend. And I have been learning Kerry's song on guitar past few days. Oh, that's cool. Mild Obsessed LOL. tentatively planning a cosplay and some fan art too. That sounds great, you know. When you'll be able to like play the Johnny's, Kerry's song, just record it and post it, you know, so that we can listen. Teal-Tide Crow. During the 2018 E3 demo, were characters like Johnny, Panam, Judy written yet, or did those characters come later in development? I mean, it's the same, my friend, as with everything. So, it's like when we were working, when we have shown the demo, we were on the way with the game. So all of those characters were somewhere on the way, right? Like we had some of the things designed already, some of the things were written, some of the things were not designed at all. So it was like really depending on which plotline and storyline we are talking about. And this is pretty much very natural. This is how it always looks like in game dev, because it's not that you always progress in the same speed everywhere in the same time. Sometimes a certain content has more issues than others. Sometimes certain things take longer to design or to iron out properly. So some things are later. Also, like, you know, not everyone is able to do everything. So sometimes we just need to like align things one after another, you know, like some people work on on certain storylines and other need to wait for them to be done so that they can take over and pick up and progress forward with this, my friend. So I would say like it was, most of the things were in the way in some ways, but a lot was missing, right? Because it was still quite a long time from release. Shraft2K wrote, can I get Cyberpunk merch sizing fixed? I ordered double XL and got a shirt that barely fits my 12-year-old nephew. You have a really large nephew, Shraft. Like, it's a very large nephew. Outside of that, I have no idea, my friend. If that shirt is that big, like, message our shop and just ask. Maybe they could replace it. I have no idea. Glasulalia Adam Smasher left the chat. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so my chums, I wanted to show you this. Okay, now it's really quickly we'll go over what Pinky has made. So Pinky has made Pawelito. Pawelito is Pawelito. Am I a bit late? Blood Assassin wrote. I mean, we've been doing a lot of funny things connected to anniversary. We'll be playing the game soon, I think, because we're almost at the end of the memes and art. Mini Sasko, Jack Leto. No, that's not Jack Leto. That is Pawelito or Pawelito. It was Pinky Julian and Cogito who were talking about making it, and it's so cool. Sapphire was talking that she loves the fact that it has this like small piece of hair, you know, like this here somewhere. I don't know. I usually don't have hair like this, but anyway, she claims she claims I do. So I wanted to show you because like Pinky Julian and Cogito sent me some pictures from behind the scenes process. So this is basically hi chums, I am a plushie with an internet connection. Here we go. Just a plushie with internet connection. It literally like made me laugh when I saw it. My chums. Yes, my chums. My chums. That is exactly the Yes, do I smile like this? Anyway, my troops, I wanted to show you something. Now you do? Yes, absolutely. So this is how he looks like when Pinky made pictures, and here's some work in progress, with some components when he was being made. And here you have me with the Pawelito. This is the picture that we posted with Sapphire, I think when we were going for the trip to Africa. So that was basically instead of the stream. Ace God All Day asks, can you tell me something about Netflix Cyberpunk series? I mean, my friend, not really, to be honest. Like, no updates on that front. Nothing that I can share, unfortunately, with the Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Yeah, amazing photography skills. Exactly, because that picture was taken by Sapphire, by the way. It's not me taking a selfie, it's Sapphire making that picture. Mr. Sasko reverse engineered circa 2022 plushie. Yes, exactly. Anyway, now I wanted to jump into something else. Stealth Spell wrote, corporate wants to find the difference between those. Okay, right. Okay, so I wanted to show you now these dear Miss Valentine's pictures. So, as you guys know, when I was in San Francisco, I was able to meet Miss Valentine and her husband. And those are these two incredible cosplayers, as you can see them. They actually look very similar, like the hello Penguin Gamer, good to see you. Amazing cosplays. Yeah, they actually look really cool, here you have the Valerie Silverhand with the Lexington in her hand. When The Witcher 5, Blood Assassins, I don't know, my friend. I mean, we're working on the new Witcher saga, as we said. So, Val is a V clone. Okay, cool. Yeah, here's another one. They look so good together, by the way. That jacket's insane. Yeah, jacket's amazing. Actually, when we met with MrsValerie, she had that jacket on her. So I was able to see it actually in real life. It's really, really well made. Yeah, marriage goals, Rocker Girlfriend said, exactly. Arashi, thank you so much for being with us. Guys, Arashi is our gameplay designer, and she has a diamond icon. She is working on a ton of cool shit for you guys. We are not saying what, of course, but she is. Thank you, Arashi, for being with us. Yes. Yeah, Arashi has been visiting us a few times already. Arashi is also with me on the Girls in the Game program as one of the mentors. She has been doing the recruitment talks with me as well. So it was fun. Zephyr Phoenix asks, in the Ballad of Bug Reeves mission, you get the samurai bootleg. Is there any way to watch it or plans to make it watchable? Oof, my friend, I mean, I don't really think we have any plans really to make it watchable, my friend. This would be like a considerable effort to make it watchable, my friend. So not really, unfortunately. Okay, my Hamster Cutter asks, why does CDPR think it's better not to talk about anything like VIP and stuff, especially for released games such as Cyberpunk? I mean, because that becomes in most cases, that becomes a huge headline for the whole studio and the project. Very often it's twisted in a negative way, not in the positive way. Something that is treated as exploration and us trying to find out how we can make something good is treated by the players as something that will be released. For instance, that happens very often to concept art, right? You see lots of different variants of the character being concepted, and players treat it as other versions of character that were cut, which is completely not the case. It's the ideation process, and it naturally works like this. And every time when you show any work in progress stuff, it's being misunderstood. Look at our 2018 demo from E3. It has a gigantic sign that everything is a subject to change. The speaker multiple times says that everything is a subject to change, and that was not enough. And players still thought that everything that is being shown is exactly how it's going to be. While for us it was still experimentation and prototyping phase. And I thought we were open for it, but it clearly shows that it's very, very difficult to communicate with like millions of people very clearly what it is, and I think it just not everyone understands the game development in general. When you look at the companies like, let's say, Rockstar, they almost never, I said almost, but I'm pretty sure they never show anything that is work in progress at all. And a lot of companies do that, unfortunately. So my dear chums, I think we should move on, because I wanted to go to the playing the game right now, and wanted to show you that is the picture that we saw. Yes, another one with them walking and wind blowing at their faces. That looks so good, by the way. This hand is insane. Actually, this is like fucking next level. So good. Like, I mean, the it looks so good. Slagin wrote, the wind was paid actor in the shot. Olga the Queen. Oh yeah. Oof, the song. Yes, the song. It's the slap song for the end of the meme segment. Yeah, the song is the slap part. Yeah, Machiavelli wrote, goodbye Vincent, never stop fighting. Exactly.
Life was missing your little flame that consumed my hate. I'm now one for reminiscing, but
who's chopping onions again? Exactly, everyone's chopping. I love this song. Okay, my dears, I think that I have shown you everything from here, but I wanted to show you something more when it comes to the
there's a canvas with two faces of fallen angels.
We want gameplay? Yes, exit to the next level. We are playing the game in a moment.
For the ages, but in the end, guess we pay the cost.
Okay, I stopped it, my dear chimps, because I wanted to show you something really quickly so that we can switch to the game. This is something that Small Sunday prepared, I think, with Eurodyne. Eurodyne said that I shouldn't be copyrighted for the music, so I hope so. This is the... this was inspired by the... this was inspired by... the recent video that was published by our CDPR inventory, or gear, our shop basically. With them just sitting down and chilling. Yeah, just a small scene. And those are like foxes. Small Sunday, I think so. I checked with the fixed neon, you shouldn't have copyright problems. Oh, thank you, Sasko Sunday. I appreciate it. You should really check out the Essenger, he makes incredible music. I will, actually. I never heard before about Essenger. They're ultra-rich corpos, they can afford foxes. Exactly. That makes sense. Yeah. So I will just in a moment post the link to this song so that you guys can listen in your leisure time if you would want to. And we'll be switching to the game in a moment. Yeah, the fox is bobbing its head. Yeah, it is, it is. And the second one is moving its tail a bit. There's a question where you ever release the script of the game. I'm very curious how a script for this kind of game looks like. I know it's unlikely as most studios don't, other than Insomniac with Marvel Spider-Man, but I thought I should ask. Would be really cool. Carmichael, I don't think there are plans like this. I don't think so. Like the this would be unusual also because of the non-linear nature of the game. It's kind of difficult to also like put it in a script form. Because like the way how the game works and the scenes work, you need to imagine it's a graph, right? It's a graph that is being in a real time executed by the game system, and each of the nodes in that graph, those are small pieces of screenplay. And because of that, the screenplay cannot really put down like a screenplay in a movie or something. So that's why it's kind of difficult to do it like this, you know. When you have game with choices like Cyberpunk, and choices not being only like choosing what to say, but also what to do in what order in the game and who to be. Like in Cyberpunk, it is difficult, unfortunately, you know. Yeah, the details plus good music, holy shit, so good. Alberto wrote, how about another art book? Art book, I'm not sure artwork you mean. We will go to another one in a moment. The Lone Crossing, it's excellent to have you back. Bye Chum, see you next Sunday. See you, Lone Crossing, thank you for coming over. Okay, my dears. So I wanted now to switch to another one that I wanted to show you. Actually, this is something that Machiavelli did with a comment that he's waiting for the expansion. I believe that this is another job for V. This is the last one. We were switching to the game. Best solo in Night City. Here you go. I think it's you, Machiavelli, right? I remember correctly. Okay, my dears, let's watch it till the end, and we are going to switch to the game in a moment. I'm already preparing it for us. Okay, let me actually switch to this view. I'll just give us some. Yes, you can hear the game already at the background, starting, and we are going to play now. So, guys, as I mentioned, we are going to be playing today the Judy storyline. my friends, continuing that. At least this is what I intended to... are we going to actually play? Yes, we are. Of course. Of course we are. Juby time. Why shouldn't we play, my friend? Why shouldn't we play, my friend? So you see we have a different loading screen now because of the fact that what we have done last time. I was looking forward to the gameplay so much today. Been a while. Northern Wolfie, yes, we are going. Did you guys listen to Dr. Paradox though before?
Corporations say the new net is safe and secure. That they've learned from past mistakes.
Oh, really? Dr. Paradox getting worked up.
Every towers, everything must look all nice and pretty. But they're wrong. The net is just a rusty car with a fresh coat of paint. A heap of dog shit spritzed with perfume.
Oh god, okay.
The demons we released into the net have not gone anywhere.
The Dr. Paradox like sounds like he's on the edge all the time. Oh yeah, that which never sleep, Glossolalia. I see you listened to that till the end.
Have you heard of the prison of souls about Paul Cunningham and the soul killer? No?
I think I know Dr. Paradox identity. Oh, you really?
Netwatch never sleeps.
Netwatch never sleeps. Sif Kirill, good to see you on the chat. You ask if there's any DualSense support for PC. My friend, I don't have any information about this, unfortunately. That's not even my sphere of expertise, to be honest with you. Okay, my friends, we are there in the game. Holy shit, so good. I actually absolutely love playing Cyberpunk. I think what I will do, I will just make the game louder. Because why not? I like the fact that when you move around Afterlife, you're able to actually see different groups of mercs preparing for their actions. For instance...
Incomplete info again, the bitch! We know how they're geared out. Big fucking beans. We got no idea how many are holed up in that bunker. We'll be good.
Oh, so they are going to attack some bunker, damn!
Whoa, watch out. Might just answer you. Best focus on the gig.
Vichoro, damn, I missed this. I missed it too.
Up first. Make sure we don't land in a pool of hot runny shit.
Cyberpunk's so addictive, I go back every time. Yeah, my friend, I know something about it. I have... it's happening to me as well. Yeah, that's the one. I think there's... because like every time when I pass through this, I hear like another group of people discussing stuff.
Thought you'd dig over the fixer. That was your best idea for some quick scratch.
Damn.
Next day, I was a pariah. She cut me off completely. And nobody would take my calls. It was like I was dead.
Good thing you only tested Regina. She's gentle.
Ismail Parker.
He'd have had multiple fractures in both legs.
Damn. Okay. Well, do not, go against the fixers, I guess. That's the learning. Okay, my chums, we are going to go because I think play it safe for now. We're keeping. So the idea was that we're going to play Judy's storyline, right? Both sides now. By the way, who recognizes the both sides now? I don't know who's old enough to recognize it. I'm not sure if any of you is actually old enough to recognize both sides now. That's the song, right? From have you talked to Nix already? I believe I did. I believe I did. Yes. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. Yes, exactly. Johnny Mitchell, exactly. And the song is from, I think, was it like It was 1968, I believe, where the song was released first time. And what's interesting is that the song is coming from the album Clouds, as some of you probably know. What is, of course, you know, an interesting reference to our Cyberpunk location. Oh, hello. As you guys hopefully know, Johnny Mitchell, exactly. Jessica wrote, did you assume my age? Oh, Jessica, so how old are you? Tell me. Because to remember it being published in 1968, you need to be what? Like 50. At least. Duncan wants to know your location. Oh, yeah. Awesome fun fact. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, there's like actually a lot of interesting elements about both sides now, about the quest, but about the song itself, like, because the song is about two sides of the clouds, right? When you fly on one side, you see the snow or you see the rain, and on another side, when you're above them, you don't see it. And I remember reading about the fact that Johnny Mitchell, when because I believe she is the author of the lyrics. When she wrote the song, she was like, I think, in the plane first time when she was in the clouds and looked through them, and this is how the song came to be. Let's get the car. I want to really quickly check. I don't think we need this. My chums feels so good to be back in the saddle. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need this. Okay, nope. Nope. Stylish polarized aviators. Damn! Those are one fucking armored aviators. Oh, because they have armor and I have here crit. Nah, I'm leaving the crit. I'm leaving the crit. I'm leaving the crit. Okay, thank you. What else? Is there anything else we have? Because I don't remember. Oh, look at this, my dear chums. We have attribute points and perks. So we went into technical ability, and then we were developing into our handguns, right? Because this is the assault we had, exactly, and then the handguns. Spend on cool. She killing those glasses. Oh, yeah. Pavel's still committing fashion crimes, I see. Why? I'm not committing fashion crimes. It looks okay. I made my V looks fine, you know? The game looks so green. It looks green. I don't know. We will take a look in a second. It looks green. Wait, I think I didn't do those because this I couldn't do. This I didn't want to. Yeah, mitigation chase, exactly, because I'm not dodging anything. I'm taking everything on my face. Dodges while aiming, exactly, that's not my style. Draw holster times. Do we need this? Not really. Do we need anything for assault? Because we are using we are using our Overwatch, right? So anything from here. Recoil with rifles and submarine guns. Well, I mean, we are using the Overwatch, so the recoil there is anyway not really long, and it reloads quite long, so that I don't see much benefit in this. Quick melee attacks. Now I'm usually dead when melee comes into play. Interesting. Increase crit chance when firing behind the cover. How often I am using the cover? Probably not that often, right? I don't think so. Once again, the headshot reduces recoil. That's not for me. Okay, this is to increased armor when aiming from behind the covers. I think this might be nice. I'm considering this one. Okay, because we have only one perk. Let me go back to, because now because the other problem that I have is probably my health level. Because intelligence, no, I'm going to play like dumb as a trunk. That's fine. Yeah, in technical ability, I don't think there's anything I can get here. Because we didn't get anything and we got everything here. Yeah, that tree looks done. Oh, you say reload while sprinting perk in body. But that's gonna be in annihilation, I suspect. We have few. Oh, right. Because we had those. To the chopper. Yeah, to the chopper. Movement speed in combat when carrying shotgun, light machine gun. Those are primarily shotguns, light machine guns, so that's not really... This is the recoil. That's not really what I want. Okay, the street brawl, I don't think I'm investing anything here. So I think I'm gonna spend my one last lonely point in the body. So let's do this, and then inside the body... Oh, I can shoot while carrying a body. This is really awesome, though. I didn't know that. That I can do this. Dodging does not drain stamina. Okay, I'm not dodging at all. Health regen from in combat and out of combat. Okay, this could be useful. Carrying capacity. Oh, that is definitely what I need. Max health by 15%. I think this is the one that I need to go with. Getting hit does not interrupt the health regeneration. Okay, I think the other ones will be the body ones. So I think I'm going to get this one first. Okay, I think... Okay then, my chums. This is... So let's go to Judy's apartment. Where is my car? Did it arrive? I've seen it here somewhere. My dear car, did you arrive? Oh, right, because I just came here. Okay, let's go to Judy's apartment. Then Pablos asked a question about sea and the lake in Night City. Water in Laguna Bend is toxic, right? I mean, it's really dirty and contaminated. So the sea, if I'm wrong, let me know. If the water is toxic, should we not lose health or something while swimming in Lake or Laguna Bend? Is there intention of explaining this? I mean, it's an interesting question, Camille. Like, I don't think we have assumed. I don't think we have assumed that we will be damaging the player. Also, like, it would punish the players, you know, who are trying to do all the diving and get, you know, the loot and all the drop crates and stuff. But you're right, that would make. I think it's on the bottom. Yes, it would make. Is it on the bottom? Yes. But that would make some sense. I mean, we didn't assume that the. Okay, people, you need to chill. We don't assume that the water is toxic, that it's contaminated and dirty, yes. I mean, it's not really, it's not, technically speaking, really different, but it's also not really the same. So yeah, I guess in a way that would make sense. Necessary evil root, cool video apartment mod. Okay. People in the streets know that Sasko's back and driving. Absolutely. Absolutely. My guy, I just saw that my list is nearly identical as yours. You need to change the letter A and O. Wait, what? Lazarus, are you sure? But you're talking about me? Evelyn has left the chat. Okay. Okay, my dears. Let's go. Save the game. Okay.
In the bathroom!
Oh, fuck.
This is like one of the probably grimmer moments in the whole game.
Bird offers herself to express her undying gratitude to you for saving her ass.
Stop talking. I was only gone an hour. How did this happen? I don't know. Told you. Evie was lying in bed like always when I went out. And I got back to...
Fuck.
If I'd just known, I'd have...
Don't blame yourself. Won't solve anything.
I should have sensed something. That it was off.
Stop. Couldn't watch her 24/7. She'd made up her mind. Would have found a way. Always.
Yeah, I remember like behind the scenes story, guys. I remember when we were designing this the behind the scenes story by Commander Asimov from 2 hours ago. I remember my dear chums, like when we were designing this this moment, and we were thinking like with Sarah and with Magda, who are the owners of this quest. We were designing it and discussing, you know, that this is going to really slap, and we were thinking like, okay, how to actually properly finish up the story and so on, what we should do, you know, with the storyline, because as we talked about before, like on the streams, like in the past, Evelyn, for the Cyberpunk story, her character, her storyline had a certain purpose, right? She was she was a femme fatale in that story, and a femme fatale is a character in noir that very often appears at the beginning of that story, so somewhere at the moment when the action is calling the hero. And femme fatale is the character that usually has a lot of secrets, that is in the same time has this self-destructive drive that is directing her actions. And with Evelyn, she was the person that was trying to like get herself out of the city, and she was the one that was really trying to find a better life for herself. And she is like one of those victims in a way of the city, and we call it like the victim of the city, but it's more of a victim of a society or culture, so a victim of a situation that she has been at. In noir as a concept, there's something that we call fatum, and fatum exists. It also existed in the in Greek tragedies, and this is this overbearing, overpowering being that is always causing, no matter what you do, that is always causing your actions to lead to destruction. And Evelyn, she has been the femme fatale in the story. She was the one that was trying to make an action. She was trying to get herself out of their situation, and she didn't manage, right? Like by the struggle, she made her situation even worse. And this is like a key, or I would say iconic or important element of the noir stories, the fact that struggle of the hero very often leads to destruction of the hero. Gunther TV wrote, "Hey buddy." Hey Gunther. We are playing the both sides now, right now, and we have just met Judy with Evelyn in the bathtub. this is a prequel of a suicide ending. She has the same motivations of V in that ending. Yeah, I mean, Vicio, like that's something that in the storytelling we call a foreshadowing, or you may even call it a red herring. So something that is introducing a certain theme and explores a certain theme in the game, and that's something that we've been paying a lot of attention to when building this game, to make sure that all of the themes of the story are executed as well as we could.
How did this happen? I don't know. Told you. Evie was lying in bed like always when I went out. And I got back to... Fuck. If I'd just known, I'd have... You checked your pulse? She's gone.
From the artistic perspective, I really like the fact how the game is like tackling this kind of topics. Like those are the things that really make me take, like those things that are really make me interested in what I'm doing, because like through this kind of like interactive experience with the player, we can go through like so many difficult subjects sometimes, you know, and enrich people's lives, you know, and give you the experience that you wouldn't that hopefully you didn't ever have in your life, and you can see, you know, how it is, so that if anything like this happens in your life, you can have a compassion and the training, and you can understand what is actually how it actually happens.
Gotta do something with her. Don't want any trouble. I'm calling the Badges. Can you carry her to the bed?
As if that'll change anything.
Oh, Johnny, you're such an asshole sometime. Okay, I'm just helping out.
Yeah, I need to report an accidental death. North side, Jackson Street.
You could see here like this how slow that whole process was of like picking her up, you know, slowly to just give the like give this moment.
No! Today! What part of dead don't you understand?
Yeah, and here through this conversation here with Judy, you can actually see
she was not pronounced dead by trauma team. If she'd have had coverage, we wouldn't be talking. And fuck you.
You can see how angry Judy is.
Why don't I come down to the precinct and trash it into
handle
bits?
her own emotions.
Now will you come and arrest me, you pussies? Fine, I don't give a fuck what you write me up for.
Yeah, Kiros wrote how much less impactful the scene would have been in third-person perspective. I mean, in third person, we would have to direct it completely differently. Like, just some things, basically, in first person really stick. Also, the fact
Told
that
me to keep her on ice until tomorrow. Can you believe the balls?
Just the fact that I can carry Evelyn so close to me and see the blood and the wound. Yeah, Carla Tassara did an amazing here, yes. Carla Tassara is a English voice actress for Judy. Oh god, like this moment is always when dizzy on them anyway. NCPD understaffed. Welcome to Night City. Oh god, no, I'm not saying that.
All things considered, you let him off pretty light. Had it been me, they'd have gotten an earful like nobody's biz.
You can see the
Put something on her.
makeup.
I'd rather she look like a person than a body. Did you wait outside?
And you can see basically how, you know, the small details here really matter in directing scene like this. And I will now talk to you guys about storytelling trick reveal from Sarah Norm. Sarah, those are the points from last month. So here you go. So guys, as you can see, there is this concept in Polish language that I don't know how to translate this in English. It has an English translation, but it sounds a bit strange. We'll say it in Polish first. It's called wybrzmienie. So, and it's called, like I sometimes hear this term translated as to celebrate a moment. Now, it's not a celebration in terms of celebrating / being happy. It's not about it. It's giving the time for a certain thing to happen, for your audience to feel things. And here, look what happens. After we walked in, V very slowly kneels down to Judy next to Evelyn, next to the bathtub. Then very slowly lifts her up and slowly walks in here. Puts her down slowly. Judy sits down, makes a really deliberate pauses. Impact would be better. Okay, maybe impact Kuros here. It's basically just to give the space for every small emotional beat to exist, you know? You don't want to rush that moment. If you rush it, it feels like a computer game. Then it feels like it's fake. It feels it's not real. It doesn't feel real. That's why you need all those small elements. And I think there is a way for you as a designer to, when you design those things, to be very clever about it. Look here how the designers actually worked around the budget of the scene. Right, like they did it in a way that it has already happened when you arrive, right? You talk there, and then the only moment you have is this carrying and the dialogue here, and pretty much that's it. We walk out. That scene is relatively cheap to execute, but it can be so impactful by the deliberate design choices. And it doesn't sometimes need much to really make it stick, make it really hit, and make it really feel good. You know, look at her makeup here. Like, we have deliberately thought about the fact that we want to make sure that you couldn't miss, as a player, the fact that she has been crying and she is in a terrible shape as a person. And the same goes for Evelyn. Look for her. Look at her appearance, right? Like, just all those elements, the blood, you know, the bruises and everything, the mimics, right? The way how she looks like. All of those elements have been prepared deliberately, but this is not really costly to produce. But what is important is actually having the mental capacity and discipline to really come up with these ideas, to actually direct it like this. And you can see here that we have decided to kind of keep the scene relatively short. Like, it was just a few questions and I'm asked to leave the bedroom, to leave them alone, you know, and in that way we are also giving them a space, you know, so for every emotional beat to exist, you know. This is something that we call wybrzmienie in Polish, like that, making sure that every element has its space to be, that you're not rushing. I think immersion fits the term. Yeah, probably immersion fits the term well. FedEx Fexed X wrote, "Hello Pavel, I want to share my opinion about the game. Your team has made a true cool project with interesting plot, atmosphere, and memorable characters. Keep up the good work and don't stop." Thank you so much, Fexed. I'm not planning to stop, and I don't think anyone in the teams is. News report. Oh, interesting. What is that? Huh. Okay, this is just a fluff, I think. In this case, here you can see the diving equipment, right, which is in a way a natural follow-up to the. It's basically introducing what we'll see later as a player. Like, at this point yet, we don't know what that is and what is the context of the diving equipment, because we didn't have. Try scanning the room. Is there anything at this point that I can scan? Because I'm not sure if I think
Close
that
the door, V.
I think at this point it's disabled, because we didn't want to distract the player from the moment. And another thing is, you can see here that when I was leaving the place, like Judy says, close the door, V, right? Like, we could have closed after you as a designers and be like, just, we closed the door. But no, we wanted to give you the feeling of you actually doing that, really closing the door and having that moment of it. And Boffin wrote, news report was a backstory for the dive later. Oh, right. Okay.
I'm a sig.
Okay. I remember Sarah adding this,
Didn't know you
but I didn't
smoked.
know it's here.
Quit. It's been years. But right now I need something besides air in my lungs. Please, V, just one.
Yeah. And here you can see something like, so another My Chum's storytelling trick reveal from Don Donetti. Guys,
what's up with you?
There is this concept that we call a MacGuffin, and maybe you have heard about this. It's basically, you can call it a emotional narrative anchor for the player. For instance, it's a moment, and for the story. For instance, it's a gun. At some point, you show the gun, and that gun needs to be shot at some point later in the story. And here, we paid attention to the fact that when we introduce Evelyn, she has her cigarette case with her. And it's especially made unique cigarette case with the decorative element that's also repeated on her holocall icon. And that cigarette case comes back here as sort of as a sign of the Evelyn's presence. Sorry, out. No, no can do. Fine, here.
Fine, here.
Yeah,
that was her smoke case.
Cybercaldos wrote, I deal with that with a friend years ago, and it's very impacting for me. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Chekhov's gun rule. Yeah, Chekhov's gun rule exactly is the MacGuffin, right? Cigarette case is a powerful addition to the storyline, and that's the thing. You can see how she was touching it when we gave her.
She smoked some strange boutique brand. That's Evie. Whenever she pulled on a new face, it was down to the details. A lot of people know the real Evelyn? Who she really was? No. Nobody.
And look how slow the movement is. This is exactly like you just want to give a space for every moment of your story to really make her
Evie.
Go through this.
I let her down. I thought if I gave her some space or time, she'd get back on her feet.
Yeah. And here you can see, like, we are now, as a Judy's friend, in this case, helping her go through that situation, that process, right? And it's very, very important, like, to give the characters enough time to grieve. It's the same as real life, you know, like, when anything like this happens in your life, and it doesn't have to be to this caliber, but it's very important for yourself, for your own self-care, to actually give yourself time for grief. And here, as designers, we knew that, right? We knew that to keep the Judy as a believable character, we have to give her the moment to grieve and to really go through all those emotions with herself and with V as her friend. That's why we are here at the rooftop, you know, to have some kind of scenery, to give her space for thoughts, right? Because it's also a way for us to show the player that right now she's deeply in her thoughts and she's exploring what's further, what's in the world. You know, she's trying to, she's deep, because she's deeply in her thoughts. That scenery helps us out to understand it in a way. And all those small props that you have, the cigarette case, the cigarette that she's smoking, you know, the moment to give it to her or not, right? The moment that she lights it up, touches it, sits down, and the music. It's all done here to give you space, to give space the character and the story to really have the space, to really not to chase, not to be too quick with every element like this. Can't believe she gave up. Don't know what to say. Stay strong. Okay.
Stay strong, Judy. Don't let this tear you down.
I feel it's a bit of an asshole line.
You know what? Let's just not say anything for a minute, okay?
I was not to.
Her condition, couldn't think about anything else. Tech-wise, she was clean. Doll Shard was operational, uncorrupted. So, psychological trauma had to be that. Did some more digging and her virtues, found Woodman.
He kept her. Had his way with her. The things he did. And once he got bored, he pawned her off.
Yeah, bad options, wrote, yeah. The second was the good one. That's a good point. I figured too late.
Wait, so you found other recordings?
Had another look at the corrupted ones. Lots of static. Hard to pick up anything, really. At some point, I stumbled on something like an echo of the spat we'd had. Last time we saw each other. But I know she wasn't scrolling.
Why was it saved as a virtue?
Got no explanation for it. Maybe she recalled it later, relived it, almost. Implant could have been on when, as a defense mechanism, escaping into the past so as not to live in the present.
Jesus. This scene is really well written, actually. Salmaron wrote this game so awesome, the story, the people, the dialogue. Thank you, Salmaron. Machiavelli wrote, Woodman's death was too easy. I would tie him behind my car and drag him around the entire city. Yeah, I mean, after this dialogue, you definitely, as a player, feel like this. MacGuffin asks, what tools do you use for managing branching narratives in games like this? I heard Netflix uses Twine for Bandersnatch. Was curious what CDPR uses. I mean, we have our internal tools. I mean, so imagine like hyper cyberpunk modern version of Twine. On the YouTube, you can find a speech from Piotr Tomsiński, our technical director, on The Witcher 3 narrative tools. So we have taken the narrative tools from The Witcher and redone them completely for Cyberpunk, even improving on them. And this is basically how it handles. So this is a branching graph that has pieces of screenplay inside it. Hello, Wojtas, good to see you. And this is how we are doing that. And this is how we are managing it, sort of. So imagine like a really, really complex Twine. That's basically what it is.
What did Woodman do to her? Did you see it?
Yeah. And I really wish I could unsee it.
You could see the mimics, the looks, what she gave me. Like sometimes you really don't even need a line, for a character to speak. Sometimes it's enough actually for them to look at you in a significant way, and give you a smirk, and it's enough to understand what they are going through.
I had no idea that guy was such a monster. Saw him as your average tricksy sleazebag.
Puts on a convincing facade. I knew him, but I never thought him that sick in the brain. Gotta be something I can do about it.
Yeah, and you can see like how she's going through.
Think I'll call Suze.
All the process of grief.
Sorry, but I'd rather be alone now. Promise to keep in touch.
And you can see here basically like Judy started from like the shock and crying, and the need to have V with her, and then with the body, and then moment with smoke, and then here she's just thinking what to do, and that's usually like one of the best things you can do in any kind of like, well, not any kind of, with some traumas at least, or some issues like this. So put it into action, like make yourself act on it. That was like when the war in the Ukraine started, like that was one of the things that happened to me. Like I was really, it was really difficult for me. And what I did was I volunteered, I donated money, I volunteered to actually, have refugees in my house. I had a few different people that came over to my place, slept here, I took care of them, I drove them to different places they needed to be driven, and took care of them. So to give myself some kind of a way of acting against, what's happening. And that's always like one of the, that's very often one of the best ways to go through things like this, because like the feeling helpless is like one of the worst things you can feel. And this is what Judy is going through here. She's actually thinking like what I can do about the fact what happened. And this is very important for her story arc, going through that grieving process. That's why she's an interesting character. That's why players like her, because she's done in a really believable fashion as a person. Rivan asks about quite of a different topic. Are you aware of the problem of key bindings with AZERTY keyboard at CDPR? Rivan, I am not a person that is dealing with stuff like that. I'm a quest director, so I deal with the story topics with quest scenes and open world. My friend, could you please message our customer support and mention that? That would be the best. Because if you make sure that we heard about this, we will, in most cases, take care of it if it's really like an issue that is pressing and something is to be addressed, That's always the best way, my friend. Queries77 asks, hello, I have a question. Whose idea was it to include Trailer Park Boys Easter egg? And did he get a pay rise for it? Oh god, I don't know who did it. I think it was level design, but I'm not sure, to be completely honest with you. I think it was level design. Well, I mean, I'm glad you liked it, let's leave it at this. The characters have the best facial animations and writing and voicing. When I finished this game, I legit missed them almost like they were real people. Yeah, Cassius, like that's exactly like our kind of goal when we are making our games. We want to make sure that those characters like act up as realistically as we can. And of course, this is still a game, right? It's still a script that is being executed. It's still not a living person, but we are trying to make sure that we can mimic that, create this illusion as much as we can. Like even, situations like when you will see the ways how the characters message, how Panam is messaging you, how Kerry is, and how Judy, for instance. Each of them have a completely different style. They talk about different topics and they act differently. All the key characters, Takemura, River, Kerry, Panam, Judy, all of them, all the most important characters, all of them have very distinct styles because we paid attention to it, to all of those, all of those small elements. Slash Gibbons wrote, hi honey. Hi slash Gibbons. Nice to have you in the chat, I guess. Well, at this moment I have Tilted Crow. At this moment I have 100,000 hours, sorry, 1,000 hours in Cyberpunk. Not since Morrowind have I played a single game so long. Wow, I'm so grateful. I hope you like the game. I want to extend my gratitude to you and the team despite the bugs and you guys have made once in a generation game. In my opinion, I look forward to the upcoming expansion and I wish you and the team safe and happy work environment. Thank you so much, Tilted Crow. Like we and the team are putting a lot of effort into the expansion and a lot of learnings, you know. And I honestly think that, like, you know, you guys see how Cyberpunk is in 1.52, and we didn't say a last word yet. I'm so excited for the expansion. I'm more excited than you. I tell you that, you know. Also because I know things that you don't. So yeah. Voitas asks, do I play Elden Ring? No, my friend. Voitas, I play right now Disco Elysium, still continuing to play it. And I play Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild, finally on my Switch. I talked with Sapphire and I finally bought a Switch. Also because I'm traveling so much that just, you know, using that time better. Because I always use that time to basically read books or learn Chinese. Or listen to music sometimes, but just in most cases books or Chinese have been the main thing that I do on travel, so or sleeping, I guess. So this time I'll be also like playing more games, and I'm loving Zelda and studying the Breath of the Wild. I absolutely love the game. I knew that they were going to love it. There's so many awesome moments in this. Disco Elysium and Breath of the Wild are like two things that I'm playing right now. Whooper asks what I have to pay to get the expansion now. I mean, my friend, you want us to finish that expansion. Why read books where you can game anywhere? Stealth Spur wrote. Yeah, I mean, the books are amazing too, so, you know. Voitas wrote Disco Elysium is a perfect game. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it. So, yeah. Okay, my dears, let me go. Nixon Lul, thank you so much for the sub, my friend. It's really appreciated. Okay. Sure you don't need anything?
Sure you don't need anything? No, but sweet of you to ask.
Now, one additional thing is, you can see that we paid attention to a lot of details, right? Like, for instance, when she is here in pain, she has a closed position. You can see that she has closed her arms, right? And she's sitting in a way to try to protect herself. This is something that our lead cinematic animator, Maciek Pietras, he was paying a lot of attention to when we were working with actors to mock up all this acting. We made sure that we are speaking the same, we are telling the same story on all the levels, all the layers. And here, when I asked, do you need anything? She didn't look at me. Sometimes you probably had that situation when someone was in pain, and that person was talking, looking away from you, even though that person was talking to you. And you know how it is, and this is what Judy's doing here. Like, as you can see, as a designers, we are like using absolutely all of the tools in our sleeve to make the story really slap, to make it really feel great. Cybercaldos, you learn Chinese. That's awesome. I won't learn Japanese. Hopefully, I find a Japanese learning class in September. Yeah, Cybercaldos, I do actually. Let me show you guys something for a second. So I have a bunch of different Japanese books I wanted to show you, but I got a few interesting, not Japanese but Chinese books. So I will start from Dirty Chinese. So that's one of those everyday slang for Chinese people. You know, something that I really wanted to learn, because like imagine, but it's so difficult to actually learn important things. You know, like this from actual books. You know, you need a special help, you know, regarding this. I won't quote anything, but those are really interesting, I think. Senguroska, I do not know the signs that you use. I mean, not all of them. I see that it's a past term, and I just see few signs. And besides, it looks like Google Translate. I have to say. I don't know what that means, Senguraska, I'm sorry. Duibu and then le. I have no idea what it is in the center. Another one, Chinese proverbs and popular sayings. A really cool one as well. A really cool book as well. It's actually about like stories that are like behind lots of different like Chinese sayings and so on. I really like that. It's really awesome. And then the next one, 100 popular Chinese cyber slang. So you know, something to something to learn. Senguraska wrote, it means this game is too cool. Oh really, Senguraska? That this is what it meant? Huh. I mean, I technically speaking knew how to say game in Chinese, but I forgot. No, actually that's true. It actually says game. Okay, I see the signs now. Well, yeah. Well, you know, as you can see, still a long way to go. Still a long way to go. Okay, my chums. Anyway, that was sorry for this small sorry for this small detour from playing the game. We are moving on. You know. By the way, I think Stealth Spell was the one that started learning Korean over the over pandemic. So Stealth Spell, tell us how is your Korean doing? Eurodyne, something I've been wondering, does the character modeler design the tattoos for the character or is that someone else? The tattoos are designed in most cases by the concept artists and they basically make like a palette of different tattoos and then the character art team, when texturing, they use those tattoos. Because it's like designing good tattoos actually takes so much time and effort to really make them like be believable, to make them really tell an interesting story about the character, to really make them fit well the character. So when character artist who's making the character will have to in the same time design all the tattoos, it would really slow him or her down significantly. That's why usually we put designing the tattoos and like the things on the skin on a separate artist, on a separate thread. That character, that person is designing those and creates like a palette of different tattoos and things to use, and then character artist is using that when creating a character to make sure that it works and looks the best. Sometimes those are character artists though, so it's not a rule. In case of Judy and in case of Kerry Eurodyne, because I assume you've Eurodyne probably asked about Kerry as well. That was the case. So our concept artists sort of separately designed the tattoos, and then after they were adapted and used by character artists. Wojtas asks in Polish, how did I learn English so well? I mean, Wojtas, get the girlfriend that doesn't speak Polish. My friend, that was the excellent way to learn English, my friend. You will be fluent in no time. Well, I mean, okay, Wojtas wrote. I mean, it's a good solution, isn't it? You know, I mean, just get the girlfriend. Hey, come on, you know, I'm just trying to help the man, right? I'm trying to help. No, I mean, like it was around 10, maybe 11 years ago when I made a decision to start primarily reading and writing in English, and this is what I've been doing ever since. I've read like hundreds of books in English right now. I now rarely read a book in Polish. If I can, pick it up in English just to keep training, and I hope to bring my Chinese to the point when I really can do the same and start reading books in Chinese and listening to the books in Chinese. It's a great way to get really fluent with a language, and I think that's the way. You know, I also I also like, for instance, you listen to the Chinese streamers, you know, or I listen to the Chinese music. I have a friend. She's one of my best friends from the company, and she is actually speaking fluent Chinese. So she has gave me like a few albums with the Chinese music, with actual Chinese rap. It's actually cool because, like, let me look at it actually on my phone really quickly. I'll tell you what it is. I think it's called Vava. I think the band is called Vava. Sorry, just really quickly. Yeah, so it's like VAVA, basically, and the album is called 21, for instance, and it's like it's a Mandarin rap. Really cool, actually, really awesome music. So I'm just listening to Vava a lot with that Mandarin rap, and yeah, that's basically just one of many ways. Oh, Stealthspell wrote, I was listening to Vava the other day. What are the odds? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think Vava makes great music, just in general. I never heard of them until, like, Victoria, my friend, until she has, like, suggested it to me. Anyway, we've been sitting here half a day almost. Anything comes up, cool.
Anything comes up, holler on the hollow.
Okay, we need to go. I'm hoping not to die when I jump. I don't know. I think Sarah thought about it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So because it's already 10 minutes past 11. So what we are going to do? I'm going to do basically any. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do any sorry, my mic's standing on the way of my keyboard and I'm looking for an M. I wanted to look for the yes, exactly, and I want to look for gigs, cyber psychos, maybe scanners. What else? I really like those filters, by the way, that we have added 1.5. So cool. Huh. Okay. We have some assaults going on nearby. So let's deal with that and I will see. Okay, that's Regina. And we have a gig here, for instance. Many ways to skin a cat. Okay. My chimps, I think that's going to be a gig that we are going to do, and this and maybe this assault in progress. Okay, my troops, let's go to the gig. I think that will be the best. Oh, the RTX. Oh yeah, that's the RTX. I love this music in this game. Jesus, I'm such a fanboy. Holy shit. Damn, this music's so good. Let's go! I always drive too quickly. And don't look at the map because I look at the chat. Yeah, lamppost. Do I drive to anywhere remotely towards the direction? I do, but in some weird fucking way. This is definitely interesting if it's there. No, I'm not going to climb this. Wow, this place is so busy. I am now having trouble driving. Oof, okay, we managed to get out, my chums. Damn it. That was stressful. It's not what I wanted. Okay. Should I drive here? Okay, I should. Jesus, my chums. I think just the fact that the guys are having fun. Throw some grenades. We all throw some grenades. I want to blow up those dudes. Let's help the police because there's the moving assault. The heck? You bad person. Yeah, that's one of the cute things that we have added. I don't know if I could call it cute, but that is definitely on. They decided to go. They decided to leave. That's definitely on a kind of cute. Let me look at the map really quickly. Am I going? Oh yes, I am actually. Okay, everything's correct. Because of them. This police is like looking like they are driving after me. Camille, no time to do the hidden places because I wanted to do the street story before we finish today. My friend, sorry. Okay. I think yes. Okay, have I been hit by a car now? Unfortunately, I think so. That was the case. Okay. Let me actually check on my map. What the heck? Oh. Okay, I must have missed that before killing time. Yeah, you got what you deserve. Will there be more musics for the radio in the game? Reach asks. Oh, my friend, I cannot talk about the future content. I'm sorry, my friend. I'm sorry, my friend. No comment about the future content. Okay, Camille disliked that. Oh. But Reach and it's just like at the moment we'll be talking about the future content. We will, okay? So steal the River Courier Services van. Okay, I'm supposed to steal the van. This isn't going to be very usual gig. You're gonna get to the River Courier Services facility in the north side and steal a minibus full of leather jackets. That's interesting. Don't worry. I was also scratching my head first, but the job itself couldn't be simpler. Someone smuggling sent leather combat jackets to Night City to get around the corporate embargo. The leather is imported in the form of jackets, which is then distributed to underground Ripperdoc that can use them for their implants, which are then sold at competitive prices. Quite a supply chain, huh? My client tracked down the shipment, but can take care of it on her own. You're her replacement. Just remember that RCS can't roll until it validates the driver's identity. Oh, and did I mention that RCS warehouse is controlled by the Tiger Claws? No, well, I'm telling you now. They use it for laundering cash, so don't be surprised to see them prowling around. Be careful and good luck. Oh, Regina is really caring so much of me. Oh God, I'm literally every... People in Night City are fucking ruthless. Wow. Okay, cool. Wow, this dude is off the fucking rails. Okay, moving on. Pavel's twin driving. What the hell? He must have to learn driving from the... Yeah, that was... don't park in the middle of the street. Okay, Nettle. I mean, my car. Look, they moved my car. Now I think the guy got pissed that I parked in the middle of the street. That's true, and he just fucking moved my car. Okay, and they closed the gate. I wanted to enter. Like in patch 1.5, will expansion have substam only be available for the next gen and PC, not on last gen? Cybercaldos, I cannot talk about it, my friend. This is super. This is like a vital information for the patch, that whatever next thing we'll be doing. So, my friend, no comment. I'm sorry. A question about Kerry Eurodyne. We can get to know that previously he was living with a wife. I know he has a wife, and nowadays they're in separation. Yes, that's correct. That's from the lore even. I mean, from the lore we know that he had a wife. Question is why female V cannot romance with Kerry. I mean, because she is not his type. That's basically what it is, right? Like we really closely paid attention to the characters and what kind of characters they are, right? Like we didn't want to make them player sexual, you know, or pansexual. So like no matter who you are and what you're acting and what you're doing, they will always fall for you. We didn't want to do that because that's not how the life works, you know. So Kamil, I think that's the answer. Black wrote, I found a bug in the Ostatnia Podróż Trevora task. Nobody was spawned and plans on fixing that quest. Black, we know about this one issue. It was reported a few times to our customer support. And if we know about something, it's getting fixed. That's normally how it works. Okay, I need to move on, my chums, because I want to play this gig and we have 10 minutes left. Let me check. I was just checking if I can trespass like this, but they're like, you know, they're like, nope. Oh, look at this. A convenient broken gate. Miles would be so proud of me. I am playing. Look how stealthy I'm playing. Ha! You didn't expect that, right? You didn't expect this? Okay. Jesus, they shot first. That was not me. Honestly, that was not me. What is happening? I tried to be, I tried to do something flashy, but fucking didn't work, as you guys can see. I'm terrible in doing flashy stuff. Okay, use cover, Pavel. Use cover. Do what chat taught you. Jesus, this dude has put on fire. Just a hot person, you know. There is something wrong happening with my game now. Because it froze. Okay. That is definitely very interesting. Well, PC's on fire now. I believe so. I believe so, my chums. Action too hot froze the game. Yeah, it's like the guy just froze just too hot for it. Yeah, clearly. Clearly. Okay, my dears, I think that this is what's gonna happen. I will have to kill the game. I'm not sure if I can even do that. Let me, because it froze completely. Wow, okay. So, that is interesting. I'll have to reset my PC, but if I do, then of course the stream will die. So, my dears, I think that this will conclude our stream on this frozen. This will be well. I mean, I can't get to the, unfortunately, because of the game is overlapping with the panel, and I can't get there and can't kill it right now. So yep, RIP. I need to reset my PC, unfortunately. Yep, I unfortunately cannot do that. So my dears, we are going to. Missile still slapping though. Yeah, exactly. Task manager doesn't react, like the process completely hanging. So, my dear chums, this that being said, it was amazing to have you, because we have 7 more minutes anyway for the stream. So I am going to wrap this up, and next time we are going to continue. Oh yes, and the game actually turned off. It actually worked. It actually worked. I managed to do that. I was worried basically that something will happen, but no. It's self-aware. It basically knew that I'm going to have a talk with it if anything happens. Cyberpunk punished you for not using stealth? Yeah, clearly. That was IT support. Yes, exactly. That was Sapphire's. Well, anyway, happens, my dears. It actually happened first time to us that the game actually froze or crashed. I mean, the few times Twitch stream crashed a few times, but the game didn't yet. My dears, I think I will be really shortly wrapping this up. I'm just looking at the last questions on the chat. There's a question from Pablo when 1.6 is coming out. Pablo, no comment about this. No comment, my friend. Thank you, Kogito, so much for being with us. Now, exactly, because like my dear chums, and Ayanos on the chat as well. Thank you, Ayano, for being with us. My dears, I wanted to tell you something. So, I am traveling next week again. I'm traveling to Scotland. So I won't be able to stream next Sunday because I'm with Sapphire in Glasgow. So we are going to see each other in 2 weeks, okay? But what I will do is I will look for opportunities for us to see each other in between, so that maybe not this time, because we will see if there are any interesting events that we could do together, and we'll basically have a shorter streams when we can just chat and so on, so that we can have maybe less questions slash memes on the Sundays and more gameplay, you know. Because like in this pace, I'm not finishing this game before expansion. There's no way I'm finishing this game before Witcher that I assume to play. So in this pace, never. So I will basically try to like catch you guys in meantime. Anyway. Thank you so much all. I wanted to greet and thank all our amazing moderators and Reds, and this time I wanted to start from Sapphire, my dear girlfriend who's with us every week, and then Kogito. Thank you so much, Kogito. Ayano, our UI producer and member of Red, and from other Reds we have Arashi, our gameplay designer, Chivo, customer support engineer, Small Sandayo, in-game photographer, Stealth Spell, quest designer, and then we had Yenjay, our lead producer. And I think there was yet another person, but I forgot. Thank you so much, all the Reds, for being here, and all the Rulurkers. And my dear chat, thank you so much for being here. I love seeing you guys here and chat and talking. As always, it was great. We'll see each other in 2 weeks then. And if I'm going to stream earlier before, I will definitely announce that and post that on my Twitter. And I am going to also add it to my schedule calendar on Twitch, because if you know, maybe you know that you can go to the schedule, and in schedule you can see all the scheduled sessions usually. So just letting you know, I'm leaving you with the rest of this amazing song. Have a fantastic rest of the day, and see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.
What you had to say about